ultimate purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're going to sit down and have a couple-hour podcast. Is it?
Is it, dude?
Jesus Christ.
You just like talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though? I've always been inspired by this shit.
Yeah. Dude, that pizza was so greasy.
It was disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
Disgusting.
All right, loud noise.
Times Noodle Salad.
Jeez.
Okay, I said
For
loud
kids.
noise. Well, I gotta make like a spike in the wave pattern so I can find that and then like line everything up.
Makes sense.
Yeah, gives me it's my little cheat so I can edit quickly.
I like it.
All right, dude. Thanks for coming. First of all,
course,
we're
I'm
live.
excited
It's
to be
real.
here.
We're doing it.
It's happening.
Yeah, we're live. Oh,
This is a rowdy Saturday night.
We're gonna. Heck yeah! All right. Make sure my phone's up. Make sure my watch is off because my sister.
Rapid fire text.
Dude,
That's how she texts.
she won't talk to me for like a month.
That text like that. Damn, just formulate a thought.
She won't text me for like a month, and then she'll text me like 80 text messages in a row, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude! It always happens when I'm recording."
Yep.
But yeah, Michelle Wolf.
Yes.
Have you ever considered? Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into
Go
this.
for it.
Have you ever considered having a stage name? Because there's the comedian, and it's like kind of hard. Even though I know what I'm looking for, it's kind of
Dude,
hard to
I
find your
know.
shit.
And in all fairness, I've thought about it, but I like kind of identified around that name for so long now, like in music, like 15 years in. So I'm like, do I really want to change it now?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, but I mean, I know a lot of people do go for a name change, but yeah. I've
Try to keep the mic like
okay. Little
you
bit
can
closer.
You
pull
can
it
move
to
it,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Stay comfortable. Just bring it to you, and it'll be like a fist away.
Okay.
I guess, but I know, that's
It's a good.
it's just like
it
a
is
like
a good.
give me like 4 inch. Like all right, give me. We told Mo Yancey yesterday. I was like, it's like a white dick. One white dick away. That's how far away the mic needs to be.
Yep.
She's like,
I got
"That's
it now."
Stupid. I know that.
That's funny.
But
yeah, I actually years ago when the comedian Michelle Wolf did like the presidential whatever she did.
oh, that's right. She did the
A lot of people
correspondence
were
dinner.
pissed off, and I was getting a lot of hate messages on my music page, and I was like,
Hilarious.
like bad ones, and I was like, damn, but please go like my page. I've been a
Thank you
starving
for-
musician for like 12 years now.
Yeah,
so.
like thank you for being here, but
Yeah.
also that's not me.
Take
Like,
it easy, Nancy.
Yeah.
You're like 87 years old. Chill out. I don't know why you're so hateful.
She's, oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, and
Yes.
she popped like 5 years ago. She
Yes.
was freaking
So I was here
everywhere.
first.
Yeah, yeah, you curly-headed fuck.
Yes.
Sounds like she
is funny,
should change
though.
her name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
well,
so.
Okay, so we were just talking about this. I'm like, I think I might start using a stage name because my name is Matt Smith. It's
That's
like
like
the most generic white dude name
classic.
ever. And there's also an actor who's huge. You know,
Yeah.
he was Doctor Who, and he's in House of Dragons.
Okay.
So it's like if I do any kind of media and like this turns into something, it's gonna be hard to siphon through or
Yes.
filter through the actors' shit and get
Yeah.
to my shit. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
I might start using like my mom's name. So I'm Lebanese.
Okay.
But like, and then English and Irish and French and all the other shit. But so I'm like, all right, let me use my mom's name because at least it's like
Yeah.
unique.
What
And
is it?
Risk.
Okay.
RIZK.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's probably one other Matt Risk out there.
Yeah.
You know? So I might start doing that. And then her name, and then we have the opposite problem with her name. Her name is so unique that literally her immediate family are the only people that come up when you use her last name.
Really?
So it's like, when I was dating, I would always Google people. I'm like,
Yeah.
like let me get some dirt. Like make sure
For
this
sure,
person's
now
not cra- like
got to.
make sure she's not going on like rants about like how great white nationalists are or something. You know.
Yeah.
And so like I look up her name and I find her dad's like employee photo online and like I'm like okay, that's her dad, this is her mom, this is what her mom does. I'm like, dude, I didn't even mean to do this. It's
Yeah.
just like
You
the
learn
internet's like,
everything.
here's these 6 people that have this fucking name.
The one family in
Yeah.
America.
Literally it is. It's
What is your last name?
Ooh, I don't know if I want to say it on here.
Okay, yeah, that's personal.
It's been in every single podcast description, so it's
Okay.
Is it?
yeah.
Oh,
So it's Tarragon.
Tarragon.
Okay.
Tarragon. So I used to call her
Okay,
like Mother
yeah,
of
that-
Dragons, but like because like Targaryen's close.
Good.
But yeah, Tarragon. So, but
Yeah, there's like everybody else is out in Romania.
Yeah, okay.
We're the only
so you're
ones here.
Romanian?
I guess.
You think so, yeah?
but there's like no one. Yeah, there's like literally just your family are the Tarragons here.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
You're with royalty.
Yeah. Right. I'm freaking Matt Smith. There's when I check in at the gym and I don't have my phone, they're like, "What's your name? What's your middle initial?
Yeah.
What's the street that you're on?" And it's like, "Fuck's sake." for
What's your
real?
blood type?
Yeah,
'Cause
there's
we don't
90.
believe you, dude.
There's 90 Matt Smiths at this gym
That's
right
funny.
now. Not
Yeah.
even like-
The owner's name is Matt Smith. No.
I was trying to do something, and I think I was trying to register my motorcycle. I bought a motorcycle, and I tried registering it, and it was like, she was like, "I can't register your bike." I'm like, "Why? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Well, you have a felony warrant, and
like
they don't
worst
allow
case
you
scenario,
to
my God.
do that when you have to
Okay.
take care of your warrant before you're allowed to register something."
Good to know.
And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Where is this out of?" She's like, "North Carolina." I'm like, "I've never been to North Carolina."
And it was for like beating up a cop or something.
Yeah, and I was like,
Jesus.
"I've never been to that state,
Yeah.
but I'll go there and fuck up a cop if you're gonna you tell me I did."
Can you
know?
ask a few further questions
Yeah.
to like identify if I'm
I'm like,
this
"Can you
guy?
pull up a picture of them?
Hair
Like,
color, eye color.
right?" And then they pulled them up, and I'm like, "We don't look alike at all.
Nope.
Like not even remotely." But I was like, and they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I can see this is not you. I'm gonna fix this and blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And, and then I was able to register my bike, but I was like, "Fucking for real."
Yeah.
Like
That's funny.
I've had like motorcycles that were and cars financed in my name from a different state. So I'm having to like call credit. Do you remember I was like going through my credit and I called like 100 different places in like one day because it's like, "Hey, I never financed a motorcycle at Harley Davidson, like ever. I would never buy one of those overpriced
Yeah.
pieces of shit. I only buy jet bikes."
I love that. My husband would agree with that.
Hell yeah. What is he? Does he ride?
He does. He's got a Honda 650 and a Honda Trail.
Hell yeah.
And he's got like a 80-something Honda Passport.
Yes.
He's got some really cool stuff. And he's had dozens of bikes that he's sold and
Yeah.
bought. And
And we regret every single one that we've sold.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
As
I
soon
thought
as
you were
it's
going to
gone.
say everyone you bought. No, he
No,
would feel the same.
Everyone that's
that he
gone,
sold,
it's like,
yeah.
why did I do that? Every
I
single
know.
bike I've gotten rid of. I'm
Yeah, he'll like see them on Marketplace later on, and
know,
it's like, "Oh, that's my old bike.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to get it."
I
See,
literally,
it's meant to be. It's
Dude,
coming back in
me and
my
my-
life.
this is a real story. I found I had a FJR 1300, which is it's a sport touring bike. So it's
Okay.
like a 150 horsepower bike. Looks like a sport bike, but it's the size of a fucking Ski-Doo. It's gigantic.
Wow.
And I saw it for sale on Facebook Marketplace for like way more than it was worth. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So I messaged her and I was like, "Hey, what's wrong with it?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing really." And I was like, and I clicked on the pictures and I saw there was definitive proof this was my old
Yeah.
bike, which was the locking mechanism in one of the saddlebags was gone.
Gotcha.
And I broke that to get my dress shoes out for her grandma's funeral because I lost my key or left my key or whatever. And so I was like, "Oh, this is my bike." So I was like, "Actually, the
This is
power
wrong,
windshield
yeah.
the power windshield is broken. The speedometer is broken. The rear master cylinder needs to be replaced. The
Yeah.
fork seals are leaking." And she's like, "Oh, okay, this is your bike. Okay, yeah. So most of that's still wrong, but I fixed the power windshield." And I was like, "Okay, will you
Yeah.
do like
We'll negotiate.
will you do like $2,000 less than what you're asking because you're asking way too much?" And she's like, So we went back and forth for a minute, and then my buddy Mark that I was working with was like, "Dude, I'm about to find this," and like start sending her messages, just lowballing the fuck out of her, so it makes
Yeah.
your
Your sale.
so it makes
better.
my offer
Yeah.
look good,
Yeah.
And it didn't work. I mean, it was like she went down a few $100, and I was like, I don't want that bike
No.
back
With all the
that
issues.
bad.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm buying a burden back. It's like sick. If I get this, I'll have to
Yeah.
wrench on the thing for 2 months before I can fucking
Use
ride
it. Yeah.
But
Yep. Such is life.
so you've been doing this. You've been chasing this dream for 12 years, huh?
15 years
15
almost
years?
now. Yeah. I started performing live when I was like 17. And I'm 33 now. So, I grew up around music. My parents like always had music playing, so many different genres that I've been inspired by. So, I think just that love of it was kind of like born into me. And then I discovered I could sing like in my bedroom when I was probably like 12.
Into a hairbrush.
Definitely, girl. You know it.
So the Sabrina thing was real, huh?
Yeah, totally.
The dancing around the bedroom in your underwear,
Yeah,
singing in a hairbrush.
and I was a dancer too growing up, and I taught dance for like 13 years. So that I feel like that's a whole nother connection to music and the whole dance aspect.
Oh,
But,
sure, yeah.
Yeah. So and then my older brother, he's 3 years older than me. He obviously was a lover of music. Started playing guitar when he was a young teen, and then that inspired me to pick it up too. And he taught me, my first 4 chords, and
then the rails are off.
The rails are off.
Yeah,
the rest is history.
then there's the obsession. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because like every musician kind of has a similar origin story.
Totally.
But, like,
they're exposed to music.
but then
That's
like we
the
all
thing,
kind of
yeah.
branch off into like a different, like
Definitely.
yeah, that's awesome. My brother. So I have been playing the drums since I was 8.
Awesome.
And it started because my brother was obsessed with new metal, like growing up. He's 7 years older than me, and I'm 32.
Yeah.
So he was a little more that generation of like the new metal guys, and he was absolutely obsessed with it. So he started playing guitar because of bands like Korn and Deftones and Tool, and
Yes.
And so he started playing guitar, and then I was like, well, this looks fun, and I asked for a guitar, and I got a guitar.
Yeah.
And I was I had no patience for guitar. I was like, I can't do this. I freaking hate this. Like, I'm putting my fingers where and why, and I'm not even making any noise that I like yet, you know. And then this is so stupid, but it's the truth. Do you remember the show Out of the Box?
I do.
Dude, so
Oh my God, I haven't thought about that show in forever.
So at the end of the show, they'd sit down. The guy on the show had a set of bongos, and then
Yep. And that
goodbye, farewell. You remember that?
Of course.
Dude, so
we should recreate that.
Because of that, I asked for a set of bongos, and I
That's
played
awesome.
and I played them relentlessly for like a year, and then Christmas morning drum set, and it
That's
was like
amazing.
and then the fucking rails were off. It was just full psycho mode,
Very
obsession.
And was your brother open to playing with you?
Not until we were almost
Yeah,
adults. Yeah, because we were so far.
Yeah, it's a big age gap at like 8 and.
Yeah, because he's like
Yeah.
15, so he's like smoking cigarettes and calling me a homo.
Yes,
So
perfect.
like, so I'm like, he's not gonna play with me.
I would feel right at
that.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So he's like, get out of here, get out of my room.
Yeah,
and
little
he's
twerp.
like, yeah, and he's like smoking Camel like non-filters and like in his bedroom blowing out
We've
the
all
window.
been there.
And, so like, but then I hit like, I don't know, 20 or something, and then it was like, hey, bring your drums, put your drums in my basement. Let's see if we can come
Yeah.
up with something. And then we started a band called High Viz. We were in a band called High Viz for a while, and then then that kind of collapsed because a buddy dropped out, and then we started up again in a band called Intra with 3 different guys with us, and that was the music we were writing in that band was really good, but we were all, me, my best friend Matt, and my brother were in horrible situations, like in our relationships. Like
Yeah.
each one of us was with the wrong
That's why
person.
the music was good.
The music was good, but we had no time,
yeah.
So it's like, I mean, like I was like, I was in a horribly toxic relationship. So was my brother. So was Matt. Well,
Yeah.
Matt was the toxic one in his relationship. His ex is a good person, but he was in a bad state of mind at the time. And so like that could have gone somewhere if we were in a better place.
Sure.
But
Timing.
yeah, the timing sucked.
Is everything.
Yeah.
As cliche as that sounds, but
So we, so me and Chris, my brother, have been playing music together on and off for like 12 years now, but it's never been like, hey, let's like chase this. It's always
Yeah.
been like, let's jam.
it's feel good.
And
It
then,
feels
ooh,
good.
That
It
song's
feels good.
cool. Yeah, let's record that one. That was
Yeah.
cool.
For sure.
And now it's 2 a.m. You want to go to the studio?
Yeah, we jammed at 2 a.m. Well, because I bought this. I'm not going to go into the tech because she almost passed away from boredom when I told her why and how it worked. I did it on air too, and I like as she was listening to me, like I saw her eyes turn into like Timbits. They glazed over so fucking hard. But anyway, so like I bought this attenuator so I could run from the amp to the attenuator to the recorder, and I wasn't sure how to set it up and if it was going to be okay and blah, blah, blah. And Chris has been playing guitar and fucking with this kind of tech for, 25 years now. Yeah. So he was like, oh, yeah. Okay, this is what you got to do. And then we jammed and it sounds good, which I was surprised because you'd think that a guitar amped and just running into a recorder without real power behind it would kind of sound like thin. But no, it sounds good. All I did I recorded the jam session and then I just found like a 1 minute clip of like what I liked, because we were just like freestyling there. And all I did was like double the guitar track and like offset it by like 3 milliseconds so that it filled the room a little more in the sound. And then I was like, this is fucking good. This sounds good enough. I'm not going to, but yeah, it sounds good.
That's cool. Yeah. So you had to test it out with him.
I did. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to try to, me and you are going to be the first time.
Cool.
Yeah.
I dig it.
We're going to finish this episode with a little jam session, which okay. I'm not going to talk the whole time. I want to let you tell your story a little more, but did you ever watch Live at Daryl's House? Do you remember this?
No.
So Palladia, which was like the music channel on Comcast back in the day, had a show with Daryl from Hall & Oates.
I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. That sounds amazing.
He's an incredible musician.
Why did I not know? Oh, I love it. Yeah.
So Daryl had a show called Live at Daryl's House where they would essentially do it wasn't a podcast because podcasting really wasn't a thing yet, but they would basically like shoot the shit with a guest musician. They'd have like Stuart Copeland on from the Police or like, you know what I mean? Just like name them. And they're coming on to like hang out with Daryl. Yeah. And, so they would talk for a few minutes about like, oh, how did you guys write this one? And how did you do this? And how did you do that? And blah, blah, blah. And what tech did you lose? And then like, it'd be like a 5-minute segment. And then they'd be like, all right. Then they'd go into a jam version of that song. And it would be like a 20-minute freestyle version of that song where Daryl's playing with them. It was fucking sick.
That's amazing. But
now we're moving across the hall of the studio. We're going to set up a jam area so that we can do the podcast and then finish it with a jam session. We're gonna do our own fucking Live at Daryl's, but it's gonna be live at fucking Matt's.
Now I need to go back and watch that. I feel like I've been robbed. Dude, I missed that as a kid.
Yeah, it's so sick. That's like awesome. One of my favorite things to watch, especially because you see these like new versions of these old songs and you get to see the original musicians jam it out.
And just in a stripped back version. Yeah. Like too, I'm sure like.
Oh, yeah.
Acoustically or...
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they would do acoustic, but a lot of the times they would have... Full. Yeah, they'd have like a full like 6-person ensemble. It's almost like... you like ever watch like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductions? And like they'll have these like ensembles of like fucking
amazing,
superstars.
The best of the best, yeah.
And then they do these like, extended versions of these songs. Yeah. But Live at Daryl's House was the shit, dude. I would like... Yeah, other like 15-year-olds are like watching Nitro Circus or whatever, and I'm like, I'm watching Live at fucking Hall & Oates' house, dude.
I was watching Bob Ross.
Love it.
You were watching it because they didn't have cable. That's why.
Damn. So that was the best you could get, and Mr. Rogers. Yeah. I just put that on for my I just put that on for my 2-year-old, and he dug it. But then I'm watching. I'm like, this is kind of weird.
It's too nice, right?
And
it's almost like off-putting.
I didn't know how to describe it. Like it's sweet, but I was like, I just have this little bit of an ick. Yeah. Like with Mr.
Dude, if there's like a trending Netflix documentary about Mr. Rogers in the future, I'm gonna be real sad. Yeah. You find out that like, ooh, Mr. Rogers.
Have to go back and watch him.
Yeah. Are you you hot?
Get my hair out.
Yeah, I can't believe you decided to wear a hoodie. You know that our studio is an actual sauna.
Hot breath.
I take my shoes off. I literally come in here and I take my shoes off because it's so fucking hot. But anyway, cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for the Budweiser.
If you want to shot a fireball, if you're trashy like me, we have like 8 left.
All right. I appreciate the offer. I've done some trashy things in my day, I suppose, when I was young.
Fireball can't be the worst.
No.
It's a little step up from like Burnett's or R&R.
Burnett's.
I just bring back a bad memory.
Just being a broke 15-year-old and just like getting what you can get. It was like $8 a fifth.
Yeah, we had the same. We had the same life.
Yeah, damn.
We were just talking.
Just like watermelon Burnett's. Like,
yeah, dude. This
Mountain Dew.
Me and my buddy Devin came on, and
I caught some clips of it. That was hysterical.
Dude,
has he been like a lifelong friend?
For like 20 years.
So it's different.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We fight about the dumbest shit, and like I was like rage baiting him, and I didn't know like that clip alone where I'm talking about like up north is 69 and above.
Yes,
that was like an inside joke for her, but I was like rage baiting my buddy with that, and then it went like. For me, that was like viral. It got like fucking 100,000 views across.
It's always the stuff that you do not expect. Like that people like cling to and enjoy.
Yeah, it's so funny to me. Yeah. And like so many people were commenting like, this guy, clearly he's not from Michigan. And then they're like, and then there's people commenting on there like as if they're the authority of Michigan. They're like, well, actually, it's northern lower peninsula. So, and then they like send a map. I'm like, get fucked, buddy. Like I'm just messing with my friend.
This is a fun, like goofy podcast. Like what the fuck?
Right. And I'm like, so I'm rage baiting my buddy and like hoping that she'll hear it, because the original story of the whole 69 thing is that our friend who moved to Michigan from upstate New York, me and him.
That's a whole other upstate New York. People get real offended real quick too.
Right. So he's an actual fucking cowboy. Like he rides in the rodeo for a living kind of, and like does other stuff.
He's a bull rider.
That's amazing.
But
what a dangerous and beautiful sport. Like like seriously.
He's a psycho. He's been injured way more than me. I can't believe he like wants and like I'm like they used to call me a crash test dummy like growing up because I always have something broke or cut.
You're one of those.
Like
we all know someone like that.
He had like when he went to do one of the rides and you like lock your hand into the, I don't know even what, it's like the rope. I'm sure there's a real name for it, but you like get your hand in there or whatever for your grip. And from what I understand, he like got bucked real hard and it made his bicep tendon snap and like sprung up into his arm. It's like, dude, hey, I mean, he's younger than us, but like, can you imagine like being injured every few weekends and like, it costing you thousands of dollars to be injured by a fucking bull.
In like
still
2
going
seconds.
Back. Yeah. And then still doing it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I love it. It's awesome. It's so fun. It's so
gotta love it.
So exhilarating.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it is exhilarating to like almost get mauled by a minivan every fucking time you climb on top
hooves.
of it. Right. But so he's from upstate New York and we went to dinner and me and him were debating like where up north starts. And I was like, well, like, I think I was saying like Zilwaukee Bridge is like up north in my mind.
That's fair.
And he's like, no, 69 is the line. 69 that guns east and west from wherever to Lansing or whatever is the, like from Flint over and down to Lansing is the line that it's like separates up north from, Metro Detroit. And I was like, fucking no. First of all, you're not even from here. I don't want to hear your opinion about this. Second of all, you're incorrect. You're absolutely wrong. Like, if you're not seeing the sign for like the 45th or the 50th parallel or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Is it the 45th?
45th.
The 45th parallel? Oh, I guess it's 45 degrees, right? Halfway between the 90 and 180. So whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
90 and 0. I was arguing with him about this. I'm like, you're fucking wrong. I don't want to hear what you have to say about this anymore. Like we were like, playfully yelling at each other at dinner. So I was doing this joke, pretending that I agreed with him to fuck with my buddy and then like kind of have like an inside joke for her to like listen back to the podcast. I'm like, you're so stupid that you did that. Like, but it took her like weeks. And I'm like, dude, look at this. Like so many people are so pissed.
Yeah.
That I'm like, arguing with that. First of all, he was saying Traverse City doesn't count as up north.
Ooh, people were probably getting a little heated about that.
Like if you're in Traverse City,
that is a lot of people's up north.
You can if you're at the beach in Traverse City, you can't go any further north unless you're into the water. Mm-hmm. Like that's up north as fuck. And then it's not, up north is the UP.
He said that's the west side of the state, which.
Sure,
but it's also up north.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, Yeah, rage baiting people for fun. That's
Pure
that's
Michigan.
Dude, that's my. Oh man, I forgot about that. The Pure Michigan thing. They were. Do you remember this?
The Pure Michigan commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the memes that people started making to
Oh,
like
yeah.
shit on it?
Yeah.
It was like a picture of a car with his axle broken off from a pothole, and it's like Pure Michigan in the bottom right corner.
So true.
Dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. So what's going new in your career? Like doing
Yeah,
shows,
so,
changing
yeah.
lineups or anything?
So yeah, I'm booking a lot of solo gigs. It's been it honestly gives me a lot of freedom because I've grown like such a big community of musicians that I've known over the years that it kind of allows me to book like shows on my own, which there's a lot of like venues and places that want solo gigs for multiple reasons, but it's cost effective too, cheaper than booking a full band. There's a lot of wineries and breweries that I play at. So that's nice to like play live. And then, yeah, like anytime I record, I have like multiple musicians that I can bring in and make most of my songs that I release are full band. So it's nice to have that freedom to do both. And yeah, so I have like 3 or 4 shows coming up in the next couple months. And if you look up anybody listening, Michelle Wolf Music, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Linktree, and that's where I post like playlists to my original music that I've released and my upcoming shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I can talk a little bit about like my original music that I've released over the years. Back in 2015, I was the front woman for kind of a heavier rock band. And at the same time, I was simultaneously like working on my solo music still. And I released a 12-track album in 2015 when I was in my early 20s. And so like if you explore my Spotify and stuff like that, that's my first album released in 2015. And then kind of from then I built my chops performing live for the next like 6-7 years. And though I was always writing, I didn't release much music because I was busy gigging and, there's only so much time in a day.
Right.
And then in 2023, before I had my son, I released 3 tracks with a couple other band members that I was playing with at the time. And just last year, I released a single on my own. So, yeah, I think this year, it's a hard thing because, like, everything's so different with releasing music than, like, even when I first started. Like, I kind of always feel this push, like, it's like, okay, I've been releasing singles for the past, like, 3 years. And, I have one friend that I've played and written music with for the past decade, and he's like, so what's your next thing? Are you gonna like put these songs in an album and like do an album? And I'm like, yeah, I mean that would be the next step, but at the same time, like, we live in such like a fast society. It's like, man, do I release an entire album? Do I just keep releasing these singles? Like, it's a hard game to play. I don't know. It's like the aspect of the music industry that I don't particularly love. I'm a type of person, like, I do this because it's my therapy. It's my coping mechanism. It feels good. It's a part of me. So, like, if I feel good releasing a song, like, that's enough for me, like, to do it. But, I also, like, after doing this for so long, I want to, I don't know, set myself up for success. And like, I think just a lot to think about as far as like releasing music now in 2026.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of new, like there's like not a trend, but there's like a strategy that I'm seeing with artists that are, they're putting out a single and then they're like making about 1,000 different short videos using that single to just like relentlessly beat that single into people's heads.
I know. And I feel, I get like that's part of the game. Like that's amazing. I'm loving that people are finding these ways, but I'm just like, shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't know, like,
yeah, it's weird. And I mean, we're a part of that listening. Like, I'm guilty of it too. We're so used to like the short clips, like get to the point type stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
hard
like,
to like, I just want to be an artist. I just want to create
Right.
art. So, but
Yeah,
I
but
just want to get it out there.
every career that's in the world of media now, like, necessitates you being a social media influencer, which is weird.
It is. And it's my least favorite part of it. I think
Yeah.
it is necessary. It's vulnerable as hell to like, make these reels and like these different, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it is, but yeah, and it's like it takes a lot of time. Like to make a reel or to like I made like a transition reel for the first time. I'm like, it's awesome, but dang.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you put it out in a second and that's it. Like
Right. And then if it pops, you're like, oh, sick. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then like, and you were saying this earlier, like you just don't know which one's going to pop. Like
Yes.
sometimes you put something
it's
up that's
usually the
mediocre
stuff.
as
Yeah.
fuck. And
Anytime
you're
I post my kid, not a million, but
Yeah.
thousands of people are like
yeah.
viewing it, and I'm like,
And then
like,
something
what
that
about
you-
my song I just released? I worked on it for so long. I recorded it, produced,
four
mixed, all this
views,
shit. Yeah.
And like great Aunt Nancy's like,
Yes.
call me back or whatever on the
Literally.
comments. And you're like, dude, fuck. I'm like, what am I doing here?
Love you, honey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I know.
Dude,
So
I mean, I was just reading about like, I use ChatGPT like a psychopath, which
Okay.
I love bringing up all the time because it makes people mad. for
people
some
get
reason.
wild about it. I'm like, it's
AI
not
is
that
destroying the
serious.
environment. And I'm like, AI is
Unless
making
you,
my
yeah,
life
don't
awesome.
you don't have like it's okay. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But I was using it to kind of research strategies for social media and
Yeah.
like some of the rules about like
The
about the algorithms
when
and
to
how they work.
post and looking at the
What day-
analytics, and
yeah.
I'm just like not like I know
Yeah.
I probably should and could, but sometimes I'm just like no. I'm just gonna
Post
Yeah.
it when I
put
want
out
to post
when
it.
it feels good when
Yeah.
I can. I'm a
Yeah.
mom. Like I don't have like just this endless time
Right.
of
See, that's where I'm at. Like, I have this cognitive dissonance about it because I like part of me is like I want to put out everything because one or two things might be really good and pop.
Yeah.
But then I'm reading about these strategies and it's like, well, actually, the way the algorithm for YouTube and Facebook works is that you essentially have a budget given to your page by the host of, whether YouTube or Facebook or whatever. They essentially give you like a budget of how much attention they're going to allow you to have. And then if you hit a certain amount, then they'll say, okay, this is getting good reactions. Now we'll bump it to like the second tier.
Yeah.
And then if it goes beyond that second tier, it'll go to the third tier where it's going to get, thousands
Yeah.
and thousands of views. But it said like these, this marketing research that I was reading about, it's like, well, if you put out 20 reels, now you took your, if you have a $1 budget, you had $1 to put into this video to advertise it, or now you put out 5 videos that day. Well, now you have 20 cents of budget for each video,
Yes.
where there's going to be
and that's so much more time and everything that you just put in.
right. And then also, and then beyond that is that, well, now you never hit these different markers where they allow it to get to a bigger and bigger reach.
Yeah.
So like you have to be, but it's like, well, but I don't know which one's gonna pop.
I know.
Like if I put one video out and that one video sucks and it gets 8 views, I'm like, all right, well I could have had,
I don't want to use my budget on that.
I could have had 5
Can I have my
or
budget
5
back?
videos
Yeah.
to get 5 views.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? Or I can, but then, like I said, like I'll put out these random videos and they get like 15, 20, 30,000 views, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that one was bullshit. Like
I
that
know.
one's like literally one of the videos like from because we
I've got to feel like I know it's an algorithm, but like it's chance.
yeah
There's some
that
luck.
too.
There's luck in it. Sometimes when I like get in my head about it, I'm like,
yeah
some of this is just luck and timing and whatever. You can't really.
yeah
I don't try to focus on it too much because I'm just
Paige-
keep doing what I'm doing, being an artist.
Paige
and-
has had to talk me off the ledge a couple of times because I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like, I'm
Well, yeah,
trying-
just what you
I'm
explained.
like,
That
I'm
would
trying
make me
this
crazy.
so hard, and I'm like working on this, and then I just got nothing today. I got like 8. Like, what am I, shadow banned because I said fuck too many
Yeah.
times, and like,
Every-
and Paige
what
is
do you
like,
mean?
it's just a
That's all
wonky weekend. Don't worry about it.
I
And then
know.
literally the next set of like 6 videos that I posted on TikTok like were like 100,000 views, like total between them. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how do I go from 4 views to like, 2000, 2000,
I
2000,
know.
2000, 2000. You know what I mean? And it's
There
like,
had-
what
yeah.
is that?
At that point, I've experienced the same stuff. You have to be like, okay, it's not me. Like, this is
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
just
the
is what
internet.
it is.
So now,
yeah.
now I'm like, I think I'm going to try to utilize the strategies a little bit, but also just kind of put out as much content as possible.
Yeah,
like,
when you
also,
can.
because like,
For sure.
if I don't know, I feel like if I start building up like an actual fan base of our podcast and our content, then like the fans are gonna want to watch our shit anyway. So
Yeah.
like if they have like
You,
right now we have like
you
800
target those
videos.
people, not the,
So like if I have a fan and there's 800 videos for them to watch, that's a ton of content for them
Yeah.
to watch. But Facebook is saying like or ChatGPT is saying this strategy for Facebook is 1 a day at optimal times. Like, all right, well,
9
it'll take
a.m..
me
Yeah.
it'll take me a year for 365 videos. I have 800 videos out right now. Like,
Yeah.
why? I don't understand why I would want to. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll try this for like a month and just see
Yeah.
if the strategy is correct. And it's like, because if that takes me from 1,000 views to like 100,000 views in a
that's
month,
a huge jump. Yeah.
then it could be. Then I'd be like, all right, I can see the value in this. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, my instinct is saying, don't do that. Like, just put out everything you can, and people who like your shit are gonna look for your shit anyway.
For sure.
You know.
Yep.
It's a weird one.
I know. It's a slow and steady. It's a journey. It's a,
Yeah.
I think with like, even with the podcast, with music, like it's definitely, I read something recently, read an article, just kidding. It was a series of memes because that's how we all get our information now. Come on. Series of like
Not paying for
Instagram.
HuffPost.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
No. But I've always believed that like some of the most talented people will probably never see the light of day for so many reasons as
Yeah.
far as a musician. But it said, like, I've always said, like, it's not for the weak. Like doing this, being an artist, like putting yourself out there, just relentlessly going at it. But
Yeah.
it was worded like somebody's like mental capacity to like deal with that, to deal with rejection, to deal with like all the things that come with like being an artist of any kind.
Yeah.
And that like, I'm like, yeah, it is. That's like that mental toughness, however you want to word it, of just like being persistent and not really like,
This is kind of like the
yeah.
stereotype of actors, where it's like,
Yeah.
if you have an actor who can deal with rejection like that, they're going to be successful.
yeah.
But a lot of
and
people
that
get,
rejection gives you so much experience. I
Yeah.
mean, I like totally, but yeah, you're right. Like that's hard
Yeah.
to like master and do.
and I would say like the majority of actors who are out there trying, like it messes their head up big
bet.
time, where they just like, they
Yeah.
become these like phony shells of what they used to be.
yeah, trying to
Where
fit
they're
a
just
mold.
like,
yeah.
I'm extrely liberal. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And then they're like, you know what I mean? They're just like a shell of who they used to be. They're like, you
Yeah.
know, and just be you, man. Like,
Yeah.
we, when Cougarin came on, we were talking about,
Yeah, I know Nico really well.
he's,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's
a cool
a
guy.
character, dude.
Yeah.
I like him, man. He's
a great guy.
hilarious. Steven and Matt are also hilarious, like understated hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
I love
when I was
that.
like editing the podcast, like Nico's like a very forward, like very comfortable taking the attention.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious. But then like I'm like editing the podcast, and like Matt says something like under his breath. I'm like, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he
Like,
kept
that is
just like putting stuff in that was
and
like,
he just
Yeah.
like throws out like a monster of a line, like
That's
just
great.
like blah, and you're like, dude, that's so like he's understated hilarious, you know.
That's
but
awesome.
Those guys are. That was record. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Talking about being authentic.
Yeah.
Nico was talking about how there was like 1 million Kill Switch Engage like impersonators in the mid 2000s because of how huge Kill Switch Engage got, and we started talking about like, dude, I mean, if you're just authentic and you're yourself, it might take 15 years to pop, but at
Definitely.
least you'll be authentic.
And it feels good.
And
If I feel good about the music I'm putting out or the shows I'm performing, like that's it for me.
Yeah.
Like that's,
yeah, I mean, like
and that
imagine if you
changes.
popped.
Yeah.
Imagine if you popped because you put out like a White Iverson, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, or like a Cowboy Carter album, and you're like, this isn't really me.
Yeah.
But I put it out and it popped. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's so not.
like, look at what Post
Yeah.
Malone. I love Post Malone, and I think
Me too.
all of his music is
Super
really good.
talented.
But that White Iverson,
Yeah.
which is the one that made him pop,
Yes.
opened the door for him, but it wasn't him. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, like in hindsight, it's kind of like, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of put on a black scent and like did some shit that's not you at
Yeah.
all, and it made you pop, and now you're doing like rock, country, rap.
It is kind of. I know. I
weird.
mean, it sucks that I feel like that's what people have to do to like to I
Open
don't
the
know.
door.
Yeah.
That's the same for
I mean, I
Prevail.
wouldn't personally do that, but
Yeah. I Prevail, when they popped, it was a Taylor Swift cover.
yes.
And then now they're-
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I know.
huge.
It's crazy.
I think people crave authentic artists.
I think so.
No, and I also think that people like sniff
Just people
out
in
phony
gen-
shit
yeah.
hard. You know what I mean? And
Same with just like people. You don't want to be. You want to be around people that are themselves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, yeah. God, you ever been around someone that's like almost so positive it's toxic, and you're like, dude,
this can't be real.
like I'm telling you that I don't get along with my family, and you're like, yeah, I'm so happy that you're being you, and you're like, I love that for you. That, dude, when people say
that
that,
line.
I love that for you. I'm like, kill yourself immediately.
I love all the videos of people making fun of influencers, like taking pictures and stuff, and just like cooking or really doing anything that influencers do.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Oh God,
Yeah.
my favorite one that I see chicks do that drives me absolutely insane.
The nails.
No, the standing in front of the painted wings on a building, and they're like, "Aren't I artsy?" And they like put a heel up, and I'm like, "Get fucked!" Like you're the least
Yeah,
interesting
the peace
person
sign
on
with
earth.
the heel, yeah.
Yeah.
Or in the airport, they'll like put their phone up and like back away. Like if I saw someone in the fucking airport doing that, I'd
Right.
trip you.
We're gonna
Stop.
have Mo Yancey fucking
quit.
arrest them. We had Mo Yancey, a comedian, came on yesterday. She works at the TSA, but she's also a comic.
Dude.
So I was like,
That's probably your whole bit. I'm sure she
immediately, I
just
was like,
has-
"How do I get drugs to the airport?" And she's like, "Off the air, off the air."
Yeah. Oh, dude. I love that.
She's like, "I'm kidding. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not.
And she didn't tell us.
And she did not tell us. She did not tell us. But we were like, we're going to
That's
see you when we go to
what
Florida.
a job,
Dude.
What a job, dude.
Yeah. She was telling us about like people that like her coworkers will be like relentlessly fucking with people, like almost out of boredom. Like they're like
I'm
being
sure
real
you
like
have to
harsh on
spice
them.
it up, yeah.
And she's like, I can't ever do it. I can't do it. And I was like, dude, I would be fucking with people so hard. I'd be like, take the wig off, take the wig off. And she was like, someone actually did this and got fired. Damn. They're like, you got to take the wig off, and made some lady take her wig off. And because they were like a trainee, and like the person training them was fucking with them, like make that bitch take her wig off or whatever. And the guy training them got fired for it.
Dang.
Because it was their supervisor's aunt.
Of course.
So it was like, of course, the person that you like.
Couldn't be anybody else.
Yeah, it's like, you might as well like talk shit to the CEO.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's like undercover boss. Like, actually, this company sucks. I make no money. Like, and the
what
CEO's got a mullet and a fake mustache on.
That's
Yeah.
a good show.
Such a good show.
I like that show.
That's funny.
Dude, it is so hot in here. Is it hotter in here today than it
I
normally
think
is?
so, yeah.
It's warm. I'm a warm person, so I feel like maybe I'm radiating.
Oh, man.
heat.
I was sweating like before you got in here.
I'm
So
always sweating.
We both run hot, and we're like, dude,
Same.
this studio is always like, it's always like 78 in here, which is, it's bearable until
good outside, but yeah, not in a.
when we had Cougar in here.
Oh
like,
yeah, multiple people.
three of the guys in the
and then
band
two
were
of their
here,
managers
and then-
were over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had
Oh,
7
dang.
people in here. By the time we left, like we opened up that door, and I was like, "Oh my god, we could see our breath in the hallway compared to how hot it is in this room." Like,
Lots of hot breath and laughing.
oh,
and
dude, yeah, we learned our lesson on that one. That was the first like big guest to come on. Like,
Multiple
all the other
people,
guests
yeah.
is always like one person. But
Yeah.
they're like, oh, here's a fucking posse of people.
Yeah.
And we were like accommodating, but like, all right, next time we're gonna like make sure 2 people at max. I don't care if your band is a 10-piece ensemble.
Yeah.
You got 2 people. We got 2 mics available.
Yep.
Your managers are sitting in the fucking hallway. You know,
They can listen later. Yeah.
they were all nice guys. It was
Oh,
just,
yeah.
and it like made it made this feel like real crowded and then like super fucking hot.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, and then like the manager was like telling stories off mic. He's like, yeah, so I did this. And I'm like, at the very beginning, we're like, dude, you're not on mic.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. The audio, like, we can hear you in the room, but no one else can hear you. So we're all just
Yeah.
going like, wow, really? That's crazy. And then like the audience is like,
What's going on?
what is it? What happened in that room? You know? But
What genre do you consider your music? I was listening to
know.
it and I was trying to
The
like,
loaded question. I feel like a lot of my songs are heavily influenced by like classic rock, alternative, folk, kind of Americana music. I do feel like I'm also inspired by a lot of blues. I'm mainly a rhythm player, so I feel like that kind of translates to those styles. Yeah, it depends on the song.
yeah.
yeah.
Depends on the song, depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah, we were talking about you. Yes, with Moe Yancey, I was telling her that you were coming on, and I was like, if she gets somebody to manage her social media aggressively,
Yeah.
she'll pop. I'm like you're
Thanks.
very talented.
You are good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're very
Thank you.
talented. I think I said that you were a country artist.
He
And
did.
She was
Well,
like,
I do
she
have.
was like, she's not country. I'm like, well, she's
Yeah.
like rockabilly,
I am.
Americana, rock,
I'm huge
you know?
influenced by country, not like today's country, outlaw country, and like
Yeah, actual country.
yeah, like
Yeah.
90s, 2000s country.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like. It's such a loaded question, and I feel weird answering it sometimes. But
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself
I
in
mean,
a
if you
box.
hear, like, if you heard the song I recently just put out in July, Breaking the Cycle, to me, I would say, like, that's rock, but it's also kind of like rockabilly because the drums are, like, kind of lead you down that path
Yeah.
a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, I like to say I'm a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, put myself in a box, I guess.
Right, especially, I mean, I feel like country is kind of like a dirty word right now.
It
unless
is.
You're, unless
I
you're
know.
like,
Yeah.
I feel
country.
like our generation was like the last generation. Like when you said country, I feel like we knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there are some diamonds out there in the rough. Like I don't listen to a lot of new country artists, but like there's a couple, like their writing ability and they have that old feel to it.
Yeah.
Like there's some talented people, but yeah. I mean, I'm inspired by hip hop. Like I honestly, I'm inspired by a lot of rappers and their writing. And like I feel like growing up on that too, like helped me lyrically a lot. Like
some of the most clever
Oh my
lines
God.
written has been in hip hop, and people that are turned
Yeah.
off by that genre because they think it's
there's so many
Something to
beautiful
look down
artists.
on.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm a huge hip hop fan.
Huge. I don't really talk about hip hop.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Like musically, it can be boring, but like lyrically, it can be
Yeah.
incredible. And like some of the hip hop artists that I follow are just like.
You ever listen to
huge-
Russ?
Who is it?
Russ?
No.
Oh my God, please. I know people are always like, listen to this
Yeah.
person. He's absolutely incredible.
He's
Russ,
kind of new, isn't he?
RUSS. Yeah. Well, he's one of those slow and steady guys. He's like our age, but he like popped in the last like 5 years, I would say. But he's absolutely incredible on all fronts. But one thing he really pushes, and I appreciate it being an artist and following him, is like doing it yourself. And he's like showing people like you can learn how to, produce your own
Yeah.
music. Like and I don't know, it's just inspiring. And he's just absolutely phenomenal. He puts out so much music. I'm like amazed by that. But lyrically,
I think he did. Wasn't he here? There was a concert. Like not. I mean, it was.
I
Probably,
think he toured last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, I wish I would have known he's here. I would love to see him. But yeah, he's absolutely incredible. And then like, I'm a huge like obviously all of the rappers from our youth and like our childhood and teenage years. Like
Yeah.
of course Eminem. There's nobody like him.
Yeah.
But like I love Biggie and Pac. I'm a huge like Common fan.
love
Nas.
Common.
Nas is absolutely
Nas is the shit.
not Outcast, like Andre 3000, like absolutely unreal. Like,
Yeah.
of course, we all love like the fun Outcast, like
You got to get into the dark
but
stuff
they
to
are
appreciate them.
so musically gifted. It's unreal.
Yeah.
They play like dozens of instruments too. Like,
Yeah.
and like I love R&B too. Like that and that goes into like blues and funk. Like it's interesting to see how the genres connect, and that's why I feel like I'm so like drawn to everything because
there's influences everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I my musical taste, like when you talk to somebody and they're like, and you're like, what kind of music do you like?
do you have the whole day?
And everyone's like,
Yeah.
no, I know, but like when I feel like when
They expect you to say like what you play. They probably expect you to be like new metal.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
only.
Well, like I feel like so like as a someone who's like actually obsessed with music.
Yeah.
Whenever I ask them like, what kind of music do you listen to? And everyone gives the same answer.
A little bit of everything.
And then I'm like,
No.
okay, what's your favorite new artist that you're listening to? And they're like, I really like Sabrina Carpenter. And I'm like,
Okay.
fuck's sake. All right. Never mind. We're not going to have this
Yeah.
conversation because like when I say I listen to everything, I mean I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Like I listen to everything from like Daniel Caesar, who's a new R&B artist, who's fucking amazing, to like Jacob Collier, who's like this like British savant who like composes new versions of old songs that are so different. It's incredible.
Dude,
but
I
like
feel
I mean,
like
if
we
you
could
look at my
talk all
collages,
day.
if you look at my collages,
I'm just gonna start writing down
Hell
bands
yeah.
that I need you to listen to.
Yes,
after
please.
this conversation.
But like I literally like if you look at these collages, with the exception of the video games on that one, but like that one's pretty much all rock. So let me change to this one. This like if you look at that one over there, it's like there's like Chevelle, Avenged Sevenfold,
Yeah.
Dave Matthews Band, fucking A Perfect Circle, Sam Smith, 21 Pilots, 40 Below Summer, Atmosphere, Tool, Idea and Abilities,
Marilyn, yeah.
Mudhoney. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and then like I've got a portrait of Stevie Ray Vaughan behind you. Like
one of my favorite artists is Alice Cooper. Everybody's always
I love
shocked by
Alice Cooper.
Alice is
yeah.
untouchable.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
I love Alice Cooper.
His writing ability. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people only know like the shock rock side of him, but he writes beautiful ballads.
He didn't even want like that was not his idea.
Yes,
That was his
no.
producer's idea.
Yep.
To do the
which
whole
is so interesting.
shocking thing because
Yeah.
Kiss was
Yes.
like on top of the world. And they're like,
Yeah.
hey, this is working for them.
But
Let's do
he
that.
like his melodies are fucking fantastic. I played I don't know how much of his music you know, but Every Woman Has a Name. It's a beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
I played that in the 8th grade talent show on acoustic guitar and
Hell
sang
yeah.
that. So yeah, I've been a diehard of Alice, but
Yeah.
just hearing you list off like what you have on the wall, like totally, I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, like when there's people that are saying like I listen to everything, and I'm like I don't want. I'm gonna call your bluff.
Yes.
Because you fucking don't. Like
Yeah.
you don't. Like all right, name me 3 Boyz II Men songs and name me 3
Dude,
like
I saw Boyz II Men when I was 15.
Hell yeah.
At Freedom Hill. Fucking beautiful.
yeah.
Dude.
Like name me 3 Boyz II Men songs and name me 3 Slipknot songs. Because if you can't do that, you don't listen to everything.
Yes,
and I
absolutely.
fucking listen to everything.
Yep.
Like if look at my wall. I got fucking punk, bluegrass, blues, Modest Mouse, and
Want to
like
talk?
indie.
Yeah, talk about some phenomenal guitarists, bluegrass.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Billy
Unreal.
Strings is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Billy Strings.
Do you know who? So you ever listen to Brad Paisley?
Yeah.
Phenomenal guitarist.
Really?
I feel like absolutely phenomenal. He used to play bluegrass music as a kid in like performing groups.
I've avoided
Yeah.
him
I've avoided him for
because I
years.
felt like he was going to be in the same.
He like
room
when I
as, like-
graduated high school, I was into him. But yeah, he started pushing this. I'm sorry, like, yeah, okay, I'll take a gimmicky song here and there, but like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Previous Brad Paisley was
Okay.
amazing. But yeah, he's a phenomenal guitarist.
I mean, my mom is a big fan of him, which she did not. I mean, she grew up in the city, and all of the music that she listened to was like 80s R&B. Like,
yeah,
she's
that was
playing-
my mom listened to a lot of
Yeah,
R&B.
like if I woke up in the morning and like Prince was on,
Yeah.
or like Shaka Khan
MJ
was on,
Shaka,
I'm like, fuck, I gotta
Michael
clean
Jackson.
all day because mom's playing music at 7 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna clean the whole day. But like, so she like, she was all like R&B and like love music and
Yeah.
and then like maybe some like corny 80s ballads, you know.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden she's like, Brad Paisley's like the guy, and
I have not listened to
I was
him
like,
in
I'm
years.
not gonna do that because I felt like in my mind, Brad Paisley's like in the same room as like Florida Georgia Line, Kenny Chesney, like these like
Now,
yeah.
corny like arena rock or arena country rock guys,
Yeah.
like the
Yep.
The guys who were like,
I
I'll
think
drive a truck and down a
I
dirt
think
road.
they jumped on the bandwagon. They saw I feel like I mean, I can't assume how they feel, but
Yeah.
they kind of saw
the dollar signs.
Yeah,
you know?
where shit was going. Yeah.
You ever hear that
I
Bo
don't know.
Burnham song?
Dude, Bo Burnham. I was obsessed with him.
Yeah.
That's wow. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Have you heard his country song, Pandering?
Yes. Yep.
It's so good.
So good. That was like a whole like other genre of comedy that our generation, I feel like, experienced. I mean, now it's all over with like influencers and stuff. But it's funny, like that's a niche. Like that also reminds me of like Rodney Carrington.
Rodney Carrington,
dude, like
holy shit.
That whole niche of like Weird Al, like that whole like
I
comedy.
love Rodney. I forgot about Rodney Carrington.
Dude, he was hysterical.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
I forgot about Rodney Carrington. Rodney Carrington. One of his specials, he's wearing a pressed like dress shirt that looks like it's like a fucking cowboy shirt basically. And I was like, what is this guy? Like I was like turned off by the way he looked immediately, and then his like
then
voice
you realize
is just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he's just screaming, and I'm like, oh, this is like Sam Kinison, but like a hick. Like I fucking love this guy.
So good,
dude. I forgot about Rodney Carrington.
I saw him live before
Did
when
you?
I was probably way too young to be at a show.
I'm a huge comedy nerd too.
Me too.
Like
me too.
Like everything. I mean, we were watching Kill Tony right before we came here.
Yeah,
and like,
that my husband and I listened to that, and I love seeing live comedy. Like one of my favorite comedians of all time is Mike Epps.
Hell yeah.
Mike
Epps is the shit.
So great.
Mo showed us a picture. She fucking met Mike Epps, and I was like, I would pass out.
He is my diehard top favorite comedian. Like so good.
I like mine are like the rant style guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love someone who just bitches up a storm, but it's funny. So like Louis C.K. and Bill
so
Burr.
Good.
And I mean, like Rogan's up there because of his show. For
me,
like
Tom Segura.
I love Tom Segura.
I love their podcast. Yeah.
Oh, Two Bears or
Your Mom's House. Your Mom's House. Okay. I listen to.
Christina P is fucking hilarious.
She's hysterical, and they're like just their whole bit and their whole like comedy with each other is great.
I think I've told you about him, but like she talks of the running gag that they have. Like she'll be like, when we first started dating, you used to say like sweet things to me, and then like very quickly it became like I love you so much, I want to just smash your head into a fucking dresser.
Yeah, and she does it with like just a straight face, and they're so serious about it. Yeah. It's so funny.
And she's like, you used to call me like nice things like sweetheart and babe, and now you say like, hey, you big-titted animal, get over here.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
Do you ever, I'm late to the game. I think he's been big for like 10 years. Craig Conant.
No, I don't know.
He reminds me of like a modern day Cheech and Chong. He's absolutely hilarious. He's like
a
Mexican dude with the long hair and a hat, and he is from like Hermosa Beach, California. Like he talks a lot about his family.
Is he the one that... Is he kind of like a stoner style dude where he's like, okay, I think I have seen a couple of things.
He's funny. His podcast is goofy. It's so good.
Oh, I didn't know he had one.
Yeah.
He, if I remember right, I think he had like a bit about like he worked at like Whole Foods or something, and then he like talks about like how
probably
he'd like get in trouble for like the shit he would talk about and get whatever. But he's funny. Dude, I love like the old. I'm talking old, but like 90s and like early 2000s comedians, like those are the dudes that I'm like obsessed with. Like I have like those are like the legends in my mind, like the Dave Attell's and fucking Jim Norton, and I mean there's Fluffy even.
Yeah.
And,
I love him.
Ron White, and I mean you know what I mean.
Dude, Ron White's so good.
He, I'm a fucking huge fan of the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. I would just skip through everybody to get back to Ron White again, because I'm such a fan of him.
God, that's nostalgic. I loved watching that. That was so good.
Yeah. I like recently started liking comedy.
Yeah.
She had like a bit.
I hated it so much. I was like, these people are standing on stage like just trying to be funny. Like it's so cringy, and like now we've gone to a couple live shows. So I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it now.
It's the atmosphere too. Live comedy definitely has.
It's different. It's like watching it on TV is like 60% of like how good it is in person.
Yep.
You know.
I agree.
When you like watch like a reel of like a real like a quick clip of someone talking shit on stage, and you're like, that was cute.
Yeah.
But like if you were there, you'd be fucking dying. You know what I mean? At some of these, at some of these
you're
like off the
seeing
cuff
person,
moments.
Yeah.
There's Jeff Al Curry. Have you seen any of his stuff? He's married to like a bachelorette or whatever.
Okay.
But he is fucking. He's like probably my favorite new comedian that's come out because he's such a silly goose. Like he just says the most the stupidest shit, but he's so fun about it.
Yeah.
You know? I'll have to, do you remember me? I showed you him because he was married to the bachelorette that had cancer or whatever. And
Oh, that one.
she's
Because
in-
I was confused because I thought you were talking about
your coat.
no the lesbian one,
That's a different comedian.
but that's married to one of the old
Yeah,
bachelorettes.
that comedian's name is like Ronnie something. She's
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Rob,
she's, like,
Robbie.
Jewish?
yeah.
And she has like glasses. She wears like this, like she's
Yeah.
hysterical.
Yeah.
She was in a show I watched too. She's funny.
She's funny as hell.
Her delivery is what makes
So
it
different.
funny.
Yeah. She's like this. She's a chick, but like really like like a stud.
Yeah.
And then her delivery is like a sarcastic ass like Italian dude.
Yeah.
Like, hey, fucking this fucking bitch, and you're like,
Yep.
this is so weird to see this character, like this mesh of characters.
She was in the
one.
show Hacks. Have you ever heard of the show Hacks?
No.
It's
What's
about
that?
a older woman who's a comedian. It's absolutely hysterical.
Okay.
They're short episodes, like 30 minutes, so it's a good, fun, quick watch. I think
What's
there's
it
like
on?
3 seasons.
you
HBO,
know? Okay.
I believe. Yeah, so good.
I have to watch it.
You would-
I'm a
you'd love
nerd
it.
for comedy, so like
Yeah, me
like
too.
in our basement, we have records all over our house.
Yeah.
And so like in our basement, I have like Steve Martin and
Classic.
George Carlin and Lily Tomlin and records like on the wall.
That's
I
awesome.
had some Bill Cosby ones.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you have Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
I couldn't hang those up anymore.
Lily
Actually,
Tomlin. I was Lily Tomlin in elementary school for our like wax museum that we had to
that's
do.
cute. That's awesome. Your monologue.
can't be a fan of Bill Cosby anymore.
Oh, it's want to punch his little weird face.
Yeah, fucking creep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want to go down the dark path,
Yeah.
but I heard somebody say that if what Bill Cosby is accused of is true, he might be the most prolific rapist of all time.
Oh, I believe that because
Isn't
the amount of time he's had and how
Right.
late in his life he's
In trouble
know,
for it.
yeah,
He's
it's
in his
wild.
80s, and so he might have had
yeah.
40 or 50 years of doing this.
And
to
what
people.
about it's like even if half of the shit was true, it'd be horrific,
Yeah, and then I remember like right before this whole thing, like went viral, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is real. I remember that there was all these posts that like conservative and or like racist leaning white older people would share him saying the problem with the black youth is that they're tattooing themselves so they can't get jobs and they're not pulling up their pants or whatever. And this is like a direct quote from Bill Cosby,
Yeah.
and they're sharing this like, see, Bill sees the issue, and then you're like, oh, hey, remember that post you put about like having tattoos makes you like not a good
Yeah.
person? Turns out the guy
Raping
wearing the
people.
sweater was
Yeah.
fucking raping and drugging women for
Oh.
40
Yeah.
years. So the guy with the face tattoos is probably a good person.
Yeah,
He's
I'd
just
rather have
into
him around.
music and
Yeah.
it's fucking wild. It's
is
funny to like
wild.
look back at those things.
I know.
Like, yeah, pull your pants up. That was the issue, huh? Like,
Yeah.
fucking, hey, like, if changing your style changed your behavior, I'd rather see Bill Cosby with
Yes.
a fucking face tattoo and some sagging pants
Definitely. No
than
kidding.
be the fucking sweater wearing rapist dancing around talking about pudding
yeah,
pops.
working with kids.
Oh my god.
Fucking scumbag. It's so sad. Working with kids. Oh, I don't think that was part of it, right?
Yeah, he was.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
he
he was-
worked
he
with
was
all
acting
those
with the
and
kids.
exposed to
Yeah.
all of them.
But he wasn't
I thi-
raping them, right?
I think he was
Probably.
I mean,
You can't say probably. God damn it. We're going to have to fact check this because this is going to get clipped and then I'm going to get 1 million people fucking yelling
yeah,
at me.
shit.
I mean, that's like
I mean, you
where I assume it.
yeah, you just don't
like, was that?
trust it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he was on the show with so many kids.
That was a good show.
Yeah. Way to ruin it, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there any accusations about Bill Cosby and children? Yes. Bill Cosby has
If
been
the
accused
shoe
of
fits.
sexual misconduct, including incidents involving minors, though not all allegations were criminally charged. Here's a clear summary. Accusations involving minors. Multiple civil lawsuits have alleged that Cosby sexually abused a teenage girl in the 1970s when she was around 15 years old at the Playboy Mansion. In at least one case, a civil jury found that he sexually abused her as a minor and ordered damages.
At the Playboy Mansion.
Broader wave of
Yuck.
accusations. Over 60 women have come forward over the years claiming Cosby sexually assaulted them at various points in his career. These allegations include drugging and assaulting women, and in some statements involves people who were underage at the time. Most of these claims did not result in criminal charges because of statutes of limitations or lack of evidence decades after the alleged incidences. Cosby was convicted in 2018 in Pennsylvania on charges related to sexual assault of an adult woman, but that conviction was overturned in 2021 on procedural grounds, and he was released. A civil lawsuit regarding abuse of a minor recently resulted in a jury finding he sexually abused a teen and ordered compensation, which is a significant legal development. Cosby has consistently denied wrongdoing, and his defenders, including some family members, have pushed back against the allegations.
Yikes.
Coming from Dr. Cosby with his sweaters on.
Creep.
Oh, man. Isn't that crazy?
Such a creep. Awful.
Like the most wholesome show on TV back in the 90s when we were kids.
Yeah.
It was like-
Earlier than that, yeah.
Yeah, right. It was it started in the 80s, right?
I
But
think so.
yeah, that's fucking insane, isn't it?
Awful.
We were talking, we've talked about this a few times, but like we're talking about oh God, what is her name? Who was the first lady that was like pushing back against rock music? Was that
That was one of the presidents.
Tipper Gore? Was that Tipper Gore?
I'm not sure.
But what?
Or was it earlier than that?
I don't think it was earlier. Well, I mean, there was definitely
Yeah.
pushback in like the 50s and 60s because
Yeah.
whatever, religious
Rock
morons,
music
but-
is the devil.
Yes.
But like there was some like major pushback against rock music, and I mean there's satanic symbolism in rock, and because it's fucking cool, not because we're worshiping the devil,
Yeah.
And but like we've talked about this a few times, but it's like, man, every time something comes out, it's the people that are pretending to be really good people.
yes. Not
That
the
turn out to be
people-
the scumbags that are like,
Yeah.
doing all this awful shit. It's never like, I can't think of one. Well, never mind. I can't think of one, but there's like the between rock and pop and like rappers, it's like, dude, rock musicians aren't getting in trouble as much. There's one that's like really fucked up.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, it's like,
For sure.
like the rest of the ones that are getting exposed after having like a 10-year or 20-year career, it's always these pop musicians that
Yep.
were like, they had these personas of being like super wholesome and fun and lighthearted. And then you're like, oh, you were like
Yeah. Abusing people.
abusing people
Yeah.
at your parties.
Yeah.
God, crazy.
Messed up.
Yeah. I wonder if there's I don't know. I guess I was going to say, I wonder if there's a correlation between like the kind of psycho that you have to be extremely successful in music. Like you have to be.
I think it's like the nature and nurture type idea. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because, like, yeah, if everybody's different inherently, and like it depends on who's exposed to what. Like, someone can experience the same life and have different outcomes,
Yeah.
Same with like what was already messed up in people like that before they start doing, these awful things, you know?
I mean, you see that in siblings. I mean, you can see siblings that grew up in the same exact household under the same exact circumstances and have
I say that all the
vastly
time.
different lives.
Yeah, I've experienced that myself. Absolutely. It's all about perception, right?
Yeah.
How, how you perceive your experience. And
I think it's also about effort too. There's a lot of people.
I agree.
There's a lot
I
of
agree
people
with that.
I see are
I think,
miserable fucks.
I think it's a
but they choose to.
Yeah, I think it's a personality thing too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think like I have the mentality that you're talking about, like, overcoming things, and like I'm not a woe is me person. Like, you're not going to hear me
resilience
complaining.
and gratitude
Grit.
can
Like, yeah.
yeah.
But I think siblings is a great example. Like, you have the same parents, And I kind of do feel like every kid probably doesn't have the same parents. You know?
Sure, being like the first versus the
first or like
youngest
boy or girl or,
sure.
you know.
Yeah.
I think there's some subjectiveness to that.
But like, you know, if you have 3 kids in the same household, like that's going to be as close as you can get.
For sure.
You know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Other than twins, but.
You're not like separating parenting because you're all kind of together. Yeah.
Yeah. And seeing how vastly different than those those experiences or that those outcomes can be, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, my like between me and my, like I'm one of 3 original before they got divorced and then remarried, and now there's like fucking 20 of us. But out of the 3 of us, I mean, my God, I'm the most fucked up by far.
That's not.
I'm kidding. Don't. I'm kidding. We are vastly different, the 3 of us.
A brother and a sister?
I'm boy, girl, boy. So oldest is 7 years older than me, boy. And then my sister is 3 years older than me, and then I was the youngest until the divorce and remarriages.
And like that whole dynamic, like being a young kid, being a middle child, you know, just...
Yeah, we're seeing it with ours.
Me and my brother, very different.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
We were very, very different. We were similar, but...
Yeah.
Same with my brother. Like, we have so much in common, but also we're so different in the way that, like, we just, I guess, interpret life as we all do, but
sure.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't have the... I have, like, anxious traits, like, where I'm like... But, like, my anxious traits are, like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm hot, I'm uncomfortable, or, like... Or it's, like...
Easily solved, kind of,
My like internal battle is like I'm dying, and then like I have to like just talk myself off the ledge versus like some of my siblings are like it's external. Like for me it's all internal, but like their sources of anxiety are external. My bosses, my friend, my dad or whatever, and you're like
that's a great comparison. Totally I feel like I'm similar to you. Like all of my anxiety is internal, and like I'm kind of cool on the outside, like collected. I don't know, but... Oh, no,
I show it.
No?
No,
okay.
I'm
he shows it.
Bitch. I am a giant bitch about my anxiety. I'm like, oh, my heart's like 155. And she's like, just drink some water, you know? But like... I'm saying like the source of my anxiety is internal.
Same, but
and then like my brother and sister both have
are kind of things, but the outside is like what you can't control. You can't control other people,
but they can control their perception of it. And I think they lean towards the darker versions of what the reality could have been.
Yeah.
You know, like or you know, so it's like, oh, what are they doing to me? Why are they doing this?
It's kind of like well, if that's your mindset, then of course, I mean, if it's cliche, but if you look for bad, you're gonna find bad.
Yeah,
type thing.
There was a viral video that was going around where I don't remember the name of it, but there was like, hey, have you ever looked into this? Like, it's a version of paranoia, but it's a positive version where you're like, you kind of you convince yourself that the whole world is looking out for you.
Yeah,
and like if you try to take on
shift.
that perspective, like you can, you know, like gratitude is a huge thing for me to keep my head on straight, you know, like
Same.
I mean I can be like this, I'm not working overtime, I'm not saving fucking money, blah blah blah, and I could like I mean the sky could be falling in my mind if I let it go that route, or I can be like, oh, my kids are healthy, my dog's fucking cute, and you know,
we got food to eat,
and then like and trying like putting effort into being, you know,
because you
grateful.
find more good shit to be grateful about,
man. And like it could be like it's the most basic shit that is like the most important thing to be grateful for.
I have a list in my phone of like moments, and they're all very small, minuscule things that have like changed my. I titled it like "Changed My Life," like words that have changed my life, or like moments that have changed my life, and it's those like little tiny moments, like when someone says something to you, or like those little tiny gratitudes. Like moments, like, and I'll jot those down because it's a good reminder when you're going crazy in your head, you know.
I mean, I literally bought a rock at a store when we were on vacation that just said gratitude etched into it. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking put that in my pocket. I never did, but I had the intention to, because I was like, I like when I would have really bad days with anxiety, I would like, all right, like I know that journaling works for me. And if I go in and journal and be like, okay, I'm feeling this. This is why I think
Just
I'm feeling
get
this.
it out. Yeah.
And then, all right, let me list a handful of things I'm grateful for. And it's like, all right, my kids are healthy. Like, thank God. I had a friend who had a kid pass away. So it's like, have that perspective.
Unimaginable.
Yeah.
Unimaginable.
And so, like, not to, I feel like her child's death could be in vain if everyone around her didn't look at their lives and go, fucking thank God it wasn't mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As fucked up as that might come off. But like,
no, I'm sure someone would be like, no, you fucking
like,
be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Cause like I could be like, my fucking kid is doing this. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
But then it's like, well, thank God my kid's here and I can be pissed at him. Like, thank God I'm in that position because I could be in her position, which I don't know if I'd make it out of, you know?
I know. I became a mom 2 years ago and I'm like, yeah, there's no way. I don't understand. Like, the love is just indescribable.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no. I mean, I love my husband dearly, but like the love that I have for my kid is like unreal.
Yeah, it's totally different.
I could have not even anticipated that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's totally different. I had my first when I was 19.
Okay.
So that was
A whole different version of you.
an entirely different version of me. Yeah, absolutely. But like, yeah, it's funny. Like getting into my, going into like my mid 30s. I'm like, man, like my perspective on things is so different than it was when I was wiping asses. And like I don't know. Having kids changes you, but like time also changes you. And
Totally.
So there's parts of me that I feel this like weird grief from like, God, I wish I would have been 30 when I had them. Cause like there's all these mistakes and bad choices and bad moments. But then it's also like, yeah, but I wouldn't be like 40 with an adult kid, which I will be.
Yeah. And that's going to be a cool experience though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, being a parent's fucking weird.
It's wild. There's no way to describe it. He's 2, yeah. 2-year-old son.
I always talk about this too, which I don't think it's talked about enough, but like being a parent is like constantly grieving things that the kid has gone through and no longer doing.
Thank you for saying that. I know. It so is.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest little shit too. You're like,
I miss it.
Like we're about to put him in a real bed soon.
Yeah.
And it's fucking killing me.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this like I still, rock him and put him in his crib and like, it's like, ah.
Right.
It's
right.
So,
Now he's gonna have a real dad.
I absolutely loved the newborn and baby. I've loved every stage of parenting so far, but like I especially loved him as a baby and like bonded with him so closely and obviously still have an incredible bond with him. But yeah, it's just like, you're so right. You're grieving all of that.
All the time.
All that time. And
everything from like when you pick
I grieve my life and how focused I was during the newborn stage. Because, you slow down. You take time off. Like, I grieve like those all day, every day, like moments. Yeah.
Yeah. I always talk about like I miss everything from when they're a little baby and you pick them up and they have that instinct to like curl up and twist backward.
So good.
Like just that.
And their smell.
Oh man.
Their smell. And
that smell would like make me like feel so much like protective energy that I'll fucking murder anyone that's near my baby.
Yeah. When they are not strong enough to hold their head up and their weight.
They're just fucking.
Like they're entrusting you with all of their weight on you. Like that feeling is like so.
Yeah. Now I have a kid with a mustache and an attitude, and like, but like he used to be this sweet little baby that would say like.
And you remember all the ways they said stuff and mispronounced words.
That's exactly what I was gonna bring up. He'd be like, "Dad, it's pitch black outside." I'm like, "Sure isn't," but and then like someone.
And you want to remember.
Like,
I love that you remember that.
Oh,
so it does stay with you. I'm always worried I'm going to forget. I'm like, I need to remember how he said this.
Yeah. Or he would say, do you remember yesternight when we were doing this? I'm like, pause. Wait, huh, what? And he's like, yesternight. I'm like, that's not a thing. He's like, well, it wasn't during the day. And I'm like, you're right, but you're also so wrong, And like, so with him being the oldest, we were talking about this the other day. I keep saying that. But we talk about so much shit that we keep hitting the same subjects.
Yeah, you live a life together. You talk about stuff.
We were talking about this the other day where it's the two younger ones, my daughter, my youngest son, I feel like almost those periods are shortened because there's the older kid.
Yes.
So
That's
and it's
where
kind of like, don't tell him it's not peach black outside.
I know.
Don't fuck that up for me. Like I want,
Like the youngest one still wants to do little kid things, but then like the older ones will be like, well, that's not cool.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, don't you ever, like Billy Madison shaking the kid.
Stay
Like
young
he'll still
don't ever grow up. Stay young forever. It's a sham.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
he'll still put on a Spider-Man costume and just randomly come out in it, and I'm like, don't ever leave that phase.
Don't like grow out of that phase because it's so fun. Yeah, and my daughter had a speech impediment. Has a speech impediment, I guess, and she's like been through like 5 years of speech therapy trying to get through it and correct a lot of stuff. But there's also been a lot of phrasing that's been fixed, which bums me out because she used to say like, she'd be like, "Dad, helpo," and I'd be like, but like now she doesn't say that anymore, and I'm just like, oh man, I want to fucking say helpo.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
But she still says funny shit like. I've been doing this one album, one workout thing every day where
I love that. Yeah. I'm very passionate about physical fitness and moving your body, so I've enjoyed seeing your albums and stuff.
So like listening to a new album every day and we're doing a workout every day. So like one of them I did with my daughter, and so we're working out and she's like, "Oh, this is hard. My arms are burning," like saying funny stuff, and then we laid on the ground and we were doing like bench press like with dumbbells on the basement floor. And she turns to me, she's like, "Dad, this is hard. We should do this every other day." And I'm like, "All right, we can do this every other day."
That's a good start. Yeah.
And then so she comes home the next day, and I got home like 2 hours before the kids got out of school, so I worked out and did editing or whatever. And then she gets home and she's like, she dicks around, like watches like a couple episodes of Good Luck Charlie or whatever, and then she comes downstairs at like 5 or 6, and she's like, "Dad, did you work out yet?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, man, dang it." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "I wanted to work out." I'm like, "You just said yesterday every other day." And she's like, "Oh." And I was like, "Kenna, I'll work out again. I'll work out again." So I worked out with her for like a few minutes, but I worked out hard as shit right before.
So you're like,
I'm like phoning it in. I'm like doing bench press with like 15s because I'm like, but. "Oh man, dang it!"
That's her new thing.
That's her new thing,
"Dang it,"
which I love. It's
How
so
old is
funny.
she?
8.
That's cute.
But her saying "dang it" all the time is freaking hilarious.
Just clinging to that word.
It's
She's
the
like,
new
"I'm
one.
gonna use it."
It's the new one, and I love it. It's so
awesome.
fun.
better than other things she could be saying. So
What did they?
My babe just he's been saying "I love you" like to us all the time, but the other day he gave me the first unprompted one. Like I didn't say it first. He just came up to me and said it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is what it's about."
You're like, "I'll go to war for you."
I will literally, go to war for you, child. Like so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just like the first laugh is like unreal.
Oh.
The first when they start showing you affection, it's so amazing.
I feel like the very first moment for me with my oldest was when I went. He was born via C-section, emergency C-section, so that was stressful. But so they're stitching her up, and they have the baby on like the heating thing under the lamp. He was very jaundiced for whatever reason. I think our blood types and personalities were like completely incompatible. So the babies were very jaundiced. All three of them were had jaundice really bad, and so they have him under like the UV blue light immediately under the heater immediately, and she's like, "Go see him," and I'm like, but you're like not seeing him
your
yet.
organs are out of your body.
Yeah, and like literally there's a mirror, and it just looks like a bowl of fucking noodles over there. I'm like, this is fucking gross.
I also had a C-section. It's wild.
Yeah,
it is wild.
They got you like strapped in like Jesus position, and
wild.
And she's like, "Go see him," So I like, oh, okay, and like I go over there, and I'm like, I can't move him because he has to be under this lamp. So I just like put my hand out, and he like grabbed my finger and then like squeezed it. I'm like, holy shit! Like he squeezed my finger so hard, but then like the surge of like oxytocin or whatever. Just
there's
like
no other way
went
to
through me, and I'm
describe
like,
that.
I'll fucking murder everyone in this room if you ask me to. Like
Yep.
just like, "Ugh,"
It's I know. I've heard people, and not that it's a bad thing, but like I've heard like moms say like, "Oh, I didn't bond with my baby right away," or whatever.
Psycho.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. Can I say that? Because like
No,
I'm
I'm
like,
kidding.
no,
No.
dude. Like what do you mean? Like
Yeah.
I smelled that baby and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's my baby." I like instantly felt that.
There is.
I mean, I know there's a lot of factors to that and whatever, but
no, there is definitely some.
I guess I'm
Parents
I'm
who have to, like,
maternal.
learn
Yeah,
to be a
I think I
parent.
was inherently maternal, just even as a kid. Like I wanted to help people.
Yeah.
I always like loved babies and like just nurtured people. So I think
Yeah.
like that being maternal, I guess, doesn't necessarily come natural to everyone, but doesn't mean that you're not an amazing mom. Just
Yeah, it
I think
does.
it's like a personality thing. I think so. I know.
I'm kidding. No, for sure. There's definitely some people who have to learn to
Yeah.
like being a parent or like
Yeah.
learn how to become a parent. And for me, I was always very involved and I love being a dad right away. But I also had to learn how to do the. I guess I could say like I loved the the checkers, but I had to learn how to do the chess of parenting.
Yeah.
Where it's like I really love the fun shit and the regular shit.
Yeah.
But then like I had to learn how do I do the life lesson stuff? How do I manipulate my children's behavior to benefit them in the future?
Yes, I like
without
the way you
being
worded that.
like a
I'm
screaming-
constantly thinking of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think from my upbringing too. Like, and we're all little kids inside.
Yeah.
Carrying like the weight of like what we've experienced and like how we grew up and how our parents were like,
Right.
and that's like all you know, right? And then you grow up and you're like, oh, that was good, but that I don't know if I would like
Yeah.
pass that along.
Right. And also like meeting people who had different or better upbringings, and you're like, oh, I didn't even think that was a problem.
Yeah, your bar for normal is like,
Yeah.
whatever you experience.
Meeting Paige and her family is like it has exposed a lot of stuff that I thought was normal
Yeah.
to think and feel
My
about
husband
certain
comes
stuff.
from a very nice family,
Yeah.
and I kind of felt that with meeting his family too.
Yeah, I was like, I
Yeah.
kind of felt like when I first met her whole family, I was like, why are they holding out? Like, let's talk some shit. Give me the dirt, And they're like, and like her mom is like the most neutral, level-headed person I've ever met in my life. So I'm like, yeah. So then this fucking, this happened and this happened. I'm like venting.
Yeah.
Like, we're sitting around the table talking shit. Like I'm talking shit, and her mom's like, she'll just be like, well, I mean, you just don't know what happened that day. And, maybe you need
So
to
right.
be supportive instead of judgmental in this one. And I'm just like, you're right, but damn it.
I just wanna
Why'd
be
you
a
have to be
little-
right?
Yeah. Like you don't come at me with perfect ideas and
Yeah.
thoughts about this, you jerk. Like
Yeah.
let me talk shit about
Don't rationalize this shit.
Yeah, let me be angry at my
Yeah.
whatever family member was being a douche that week. And
That is a healthy way to think, though. I feel like I've
for sure.
gained that a lot in my 30s because I just know, like, sometimes you're like, I'm having the worst day ever.
Yeah.
And, like, you have to understand, like, yeah, other people are having that too and experiencing that. And, like, yeah, it helps you, like, let a lot of shit roll off.
Yeah.
And just not give energy to it. Just
Yeah.
kind of.
Dude, I had a moment today. I left the house to go to the gym, and when I pulled out onto the main road from our neighborhood, I hit snow and I couldn't move, and I was just like flooring it. And I'm like, fuck! I just like cut this guy off, and I didn't mean to do that. But then once I got traction, I like sped up and like was trying to not be
A nuisance.
impeding
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
And he rode my ass like aggressively for the next like mile. And then when I got to the parking lot of the gym, I pulled in and he's like riding my ass still, like following me into the gym.
Jesus.
And then as I'm like pulling through the parking lot, I'm slowing down. So then he like swerves to go around me. And I was slowing down because there was a mom and a toddler walking
my
across the parking lot.
God.
And he like aggressively whipped around me, and then he stopped. And I think that like stopped him and was like, oh yeah, this isn't that serious.
No.
And he like backed off and went away. But I was like, in like having that moment happen, and then like I don't know, like 15 minutes later, I think I was like walking backwards on the treadmill, like
Yeah.
whatever, like I do that for my knees. And I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, if I was like 25 or maybe even younger, I would have chased that guy down
Yeah.
and ripped him out of his
Yeah.
car. like, because that was such a bitch move to like try to like ram me because I was going 38 instead of 40 on this street or whatever, and then you almost hit a mom and a kid because you're in your feelings because I wasn't going fast enough for you. I was just like, man, if I was, I literally fought a guy because he like caused me and my dad to almost crash one time, but I was like 17. And then the guy said some like super, I don't know, he said something fucked up to my dad. He said something about him, like, my dad's handicapped, and like at that time he was really big. And so like I said something about him being like a fat retard or something like that. And I was just like lost it. I beat the shit out of the guy. And but like that's like the last moment.
Yeah.
And but like I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like I guess like aging into like different perspectives, because like I'm gonna prove I'm right by beating you up.
It's all about.
It's like, or it could just be a moment and let that moment pass, because maybe that guy's wife is cheating on him and he wanted to get the fuck out of the house.
It's honestly
and then I cut him
not
off.
worth your giving away your power.
Yeah.
That's how I always try to be.
I have no idea what that guy's going through, and like I might have just been the one more thing that set him the fuck off that day. Like, oh, this fucking idiot pulled out in front of me and he's not going anywhere. He doesn't know I was sliding on snow and I couldn't go.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know. I try to have a more neutral perspective about stuff instead of being like,
let it
prove I'm right
you.
by being loud and angry. It's like, all right.
I know. It's even with like, people in your life too. I kind of have learned to like not absorb other people's like shit.
Yeah.
Like if they're venting to me or confiding in me, it's like I'll you can be there for them, but like not taking it home with you, like not absorbing their pain or their.
That is a new skill for me.
That's a recent I feel like thing. I've recently been able to like separate myself, like be there for people, hold space for people, but also like not let it consume me.
I used to listen to these different like me and my family are like have this fucking habit of like, oh, fucking person A pissed me off, so I'm gonna call person C, and then like B and C are talking, and then I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, I'm also mad at person A now, and I'm like, and then like, I mean, this was happening the other day, but like my siblings were both coming at me, being like, oh, they're the idiot, and I'm just like, I'm trying to stay neutral. I'm like, actually, I like you guys both
being dramatic.
They both sent me screenshots of the text messages between each other where they started an argument.
I get it. And you just can't engage.
I was like, hey, this like you guys were both like preloaded to be upset. Why don't you guys just like give it a month and then try to have a conversation next month, and like not have a conversation over text, because everything can be misconstrued so quickly.
Totally.
I'm like, call him next month.
Yeah.
Well, he said this, and I'm like, we all said a lot of shit. I'm like, it's not, you know what I mean? Just chill, call him in a month, and you guys,
you'll be fine.
Like, remember that he's your brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And remember that she's your sister, and like, stop, like, you try to convince me that like they're the world's worst person, and they just, like, you guys both had a dumb moment, and then it just, you were both preloaded to be pissed off at each other.
And like, just from my experience growing up too, it sounds like maybe we have some similar family traits. Like I've learned in my adult life, like you can like be pissed off at someone and like still love them and have a functioning relationship, and like, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of my perception, like growing up, like, oh, you have to love like everything about everyone. And that's just not true. Yeah. It's not, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, there's,
I had exactly the same perspective. Yeah. Like my friend, like I had have a friend that makes a mistake.
Oh, they did you wrong. Yeah, they made a mistake.
And I'm like, they're fucking dead to me.
Yeah. And
out of here, out of my life. And it's like, is it that serious though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had exactly the same
nobody, I mean, it kind of boils down to like your inner pain about like what they did and like working through that and like kind of getting over it and, however that is.
I think that perspective is that we both had is that I don't want to speak for you, but I think for me it originated in not having any boundaries. So like not understanding boundaries. And so growing up having no boundaries, it's like, and not understanding that I can have boundaries.
Exactly. First you have to understand like boundaries exist.
Yeah. And
like, oh, it's okay. I can ask for these. boundaries is, people misuse the word a lot. It's not, oh, that person's not going to cross my boundary. It's you're not going to cross a boundary.
Yeah.
You're not going to let this person get you so worked up to the point where you say or do things you don't like or you're not proud of or whatever.
Yeah.
But boundaries didn't exist in my family.
Right.
So learning like they exist and then like how to actually utilize them.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I mean, I grew up in a house with this is a keyword, narcissist, right? But like, I grew up in a house with a narcissist that used control and like if they were mad, the whole house was mad.
So it caused
if
you
they
to,
were happy, the whole house was happy.
Yeah, you used to feel other people's.
So then it's just like chameleon. Yeah. So then it's just like chameleon to make sure that I'm matching the energy of whoever I'm dealing with, and then that would go too far because that person's not getting any pushback from me. Exactly. And then I'm like, fuck them, they're out of my life. And then, like a year goes by and they're like, what the fuck happened, dude? Like, we were hanging out every day and then all of a sudden you haven't talked to me in a year. And it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, it wasn't that serious. I just like hit the ripcord because that's all I could do back then. And that's what I was like trained to do.
I knew those are my tools.
Yeah. It's like, I'm either out or I'm chameleon for you.
I know.
And that's it. You know, and I had to learn.
Fight or flight.
Dude, and that's, I mean, everyone that has anxiety issues as an adult was stuck in fight or flight mode their whole fucking childhood because of shit that they were being exposed to,
Exactly. Man, I feel you there.
Yeah.
That's probably the sole reason why I'm a musician. It's from my upbringing.
Yeah.
And just,
right. I think anybody...
Yeah.
I've said this a million times.
And it's an outlet, straight up. That's how it started, like, as a kid, like...
I've said this a million times, is that anyone that's a creative person has a reason they are one.
Totally.
I mean, people that grew up with like 2-parent households that were like happy, healthy, like they're not artists, they're fucking accountants and they're the most boring people on earth. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's not true.
Yeah.
All the time.
I think
100% of the time. We know 2 accountants. Oh my God. The most boring people on
Their
earth.
parents had boundaries.
Yeah. They're like, oh, we have healthy. Your parents were happy and healthy, and like no one screamed or flipped over tables in your house. Write me a song.
I think
loser.
we did have similar childhoods. Yeah. The more you say, I'm like,
I used to make the joke that like my parents could never find a coin, so they just flipped chairs to make a decision.
I love it. Oh yeah. That's a normal, but then your like nervous system, like that is normal. Yeah. That's your bar when you're a kid, like because that's your life. You assume your friends' parents are the same,
doing the same thing,
experiencing the same thing,
and a lot of them were the same. So it was almost like reinforcing, like Tyler's dad is running around fucking screaming and throwing shit. All right, well, cool. All right,
okay,
it'll be over until he'll tucker himself out, and we'll go down there when he's done, and we'll get our dinner or whatever. But but like I said, like, and then meeting Paige and her family, and it's like, oh,
wow, yeah.
I guess I don't have to be like that.
Yeah. Do you feel like, and I feel like experiencing that, and I could say I love my parents to death. I could say a million amazing things about them at the same time. It all exists. But I think becoming a parent, that was something that I wanted to, like, I feel like it's highlighted in my psyche, like, okay, I didn't get this. I had to learn this as an adult. So how do I teach that to him naturally, like just growing up? I think a lot of it is example, obviously, and just like having, like, we have a very peaceful home. So like I think that's huge by itself. That's huge. Yeah. And just like I'm at peace as a person. So I feel like that's another, aspect of it. But yeah, it's just like, it's more in my forefront of my mind versus maybe my husband, because like it was naturally taught to him, these kind of aspects of life, whenas like I had to figure them out myself. Yeah. So I think it's just like highlighted, like, oh, I need to make sure that
it's like what Jordan Jensen, I don't know if you watch her or not, but like Jordan Jensen in her last special was like, anybody that like walks around with like anxiety issues is because their parents didn't like stay at home and teach them how to fucking survive. So we're just like always trying to not die, and our thoughts are convincing us that, like,
she's so funny.
She's like, I don't know, I have to touch the top left corner of my mirror, otherwise I'll pass away. Like, because no one's home to teach me that's not a thing.
One of her big bits is like that she's not a lesbian, and everybody thinks she's a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
She's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean, she like hit the nail on the
It's
head
true.
with that. It's
Oh.
like, you like no one, like my parents, my parents were so at each other's throats at like the formative years for me and my siblings that like I feel like a lot of life lessons that should have been taught to us were like forgotten because they were at war with each other, like pre and
Yeah.
post divorce, and you're like, hey, hey, like I learned hygiene in my 20s, you know. I'm like, I swear to God, like
Yeah.
and they would both say like, you were not raised that way, and I'm like, hold on, pause. I wasn't raised.
Yeah.
Like, I love you guys, but I was not raised. You were too busy going to war with each other. I was raised by fucking Pimp My Ride and fucking Flavor of Love.
Oh, so good.
And like, you know
Bret
what I mean?
Michaels.
Yeah, dude. And like,
House of
right, Rock of Love and Flavor of Love. And
What
like,
was the girl one?
Girls Next Door.
No, there
New
was.
York.
Yeah, I love New York.
I Love New York.
She-
Yeah. I'm like, I was not.
That's what's wrong with us. I mean, damn, we're watching.
Look at what we were watching.
10.
That's
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah, that's how I grew up, right? Watching
Yeah.
fucking.
I love all the
Roommates
memes that are like when you stay home from school and you watch like Maury Povich all day. It's like
Yeah,
so
that's-
true.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Kids would be scarred now.
Even look, my dad used to always watch Maury and Steve
too.
Wilkos.
Like,
Like I would come home
why?
from school because he would be home before me some days, and I would come home and he's watching Maury. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So good.
That was his jam. It was his favorite shows.
I couldn't watch Maury because that was like what a bad day looked like at home. So like,
Yeah.
it would like that's why I can't watch Shameless. Like some people are like, oh, I love Shameless. I'm like, that was life, but like less ghetto. But like
Yeah.
that was basically life.
Okay.
Is that like everything was kind of wrong all the time, and I fucking hate that show because of it.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't fun when it. We were never broke. My mom was a
Yeah.
nurse, and my dad was a union truck driver. Like
Yeah,
we were
but
always.
we weren't either.
but that chaos.
But you realize that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It like that's made me just into the person I am with like I know most people that are millionaires are probably super fucking unhappy.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's no
Well, they definitely can be.
yeah
but, like
yes.
yeah, but like yeah, that
Nobody's happy
that is the
because
rub
of their
being-
money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
mean-
rub of being middle class or even lower middle class or whatever as a
Yeah.
kid is like you can be convinced that like, dude, once you make this, you're gonna be so happy, and it's like.
No,
You have
not
to
if
find-
you don't deal with everything.
You got to
inside
find your
of you.
purpose
Yeah.
beyond that. If you're just
Yep.
chasing money, you're not. There's always going to be another number.
Yeah.
You got to find purpose.
Yeah,
outside
I kind
of
of I
money.
kind of remind my like I'm always like, what do you want this to be your character? That's like my character is important to me.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know.
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a healthy thing to look at yourself too and go like,
self-reflect.
and like, all right, if someone described me or told a story about me, like what would be said? And it's like, if I don't like that right now,
Yeah.
I need to change something.
For
you
sure.
know? And there's a lot of there's a lot of things that I've changed. Like I grew up around liars, and so like I picked
Yeah.
up that like you can get away with everything with it's a perfect solution to everything
Mm-hmm.
is lying, and then also you can be the most interesting person in the room by lying, and like
Yeah.
I picked up these
Get that
habits,
attention.
dude. Especially when you're like in a house that's empty all the time because my mom's working like 90-hour weeks, and I see my dad every other weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm fucking alone all the time. I want attention, so I would just make shit up, and I'd get all kinds of, dude, man, you know what Matt went through, and then I got into these habits of like and just completely talking out of my ass, and then I like caught wind that someone was talking about me the way they talked about my lying family member. And I was like, oh,
Ooh,
no.
that doesn't feel good.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm that? Fuck. I mean, like, I knew that I was that, but, like, I didn't know I was being talked about like I was that. Like, damn it, And that was a brutal uphill battle where it's like, all right, now I got to, like, win people back and go, like, all
Yeah.
right, no.
Earn
Yeah, that didn't
trust
happen.
and-
Dude, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't know why I was saying that. That's not how it was. And,
Yeah, but that's
know.
huge though. A lot of people go their whole lives without doing that.
yeah.
Without, coming clean or being honest. And
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
they're, like, yeah, I mean, everyone has regrets, but, like, there's ones where it's like, dude, I fucking lied about that. Like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, and, I mean, it's been probably, like, 15 years since I had this like revelation
Yeah.
where I'm like, I need to cut this shit out. Like, what am I doing? But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, then again, the lying member of my family, like, still is like old,
Yeah.
and still
It serves them.
Still has those stories.
has the stories and like is still making shit up consistently. And you're just like, dude, like,
Give it up.
yeah. And the hardest part about this is like you were talking about, like your character and you could look at that as like, who are you and are you secure in what you became and what you've done? And this person isn't. And it's really sad to see because it's
Oh yeah, you
all of
see
these
all the pain and
all these faults that are in their character are because of insecurities. Like if that person
Totally.
had just accepted who they are, like relentlessly accepted who they are and what they became and where they got in life, they wouldn't be doing and saying the things that are absolutely destructive.
yeah.
I'm like, like
There's still like it's interesting, like when you are thinking about a person like that, like the lies and whatever they're doing has to serve them in some way still.
yeah.
Like it's still
If they're still.
And I think
Yeah,
at the base of
it's-
it, it's ego.
and I think
because they don't have anything interesting
and I
going
think
on.
I think people in their lives without even knowing it enable people to continue to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
like
But I will
without
say,
even knowing, no shame to the other people, but
Yeah.
people, I think some people don't even realize that.
see, we were talking about like being more neutral and not taking on the burden
Yeah.
of what other people have going on. That's where I was at fault in a lot of ways in my early adulthood, is that I thought if I was like vicious about holding that person accountable, that I could change them. And it just, all it
Preaching
did,
to the choir.
all it did was set the family on fire.
Yeah. And ultimately create more suffering for you, probably.
And the funniest thing about it is that everyone knows. They just go, oh yeah,
That's
it's
just how he is.
Yes.
yeah, that's just him.
Yes. And that,
And you're like,
it's so
interesting.
interesting.
Motherfucker, like do you see
I know.
the turmoil that
So
this is causing? He's a indecisive squirrel. He's in the middle of the road just fucking causing
Yeah.
problems. You know what I mean? Like,
I've been in therapy for years and best decision I've ever made in my life. But it's interesting. I had a therapy session like a while ago and that came up like my therapist had pointed out that when people like get to this point in their life of like, being like having self accountability and like it's hard because you want to try to force that on others
yeah,
and force people to like be accountable, to, be genuine, to like do all these things, like have good character. Right. And I've recently felt like I've let that idea go and just kind of focus on doing that for myself because he's like, you can't force people to be accountable.
yeah,
You can't force people to want to dig into themselves and like learn why they tick and why they do these things and like see what you see.
Not only
And
can
it's
you-
like
yeah.
I'm a hopeful person. It's like the dreamer in me. And also I'm like, I want you to feel what I feel working through all my stuff because it's wonderful to like kind of be on the other side of it.
It's huge.
It's a continued journey. I'm not,
Sure.
at a destination yet, but
Right.
it's been such a positive experience for me and helped me so much to grow as a person. I want that for everyone I love, but like you can't break your back to make them see
Yeah,
that,
you can't. Yeah, right. Lead a horse to fresh water.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
it's hard though. It's hard
Yeah.
because you love these people and you want them to like be at peace and like be a good person and do the right thing,
Yeah, specifically accountability. I went through a year-long therapy program,
Yeah.
and it was like it's basically essentially a group of men who are in this program that
That's got to be effective. And you're talking with each other.
Yeah, well, there's a
That's
a
huge.
mediator who is like
Yeah.
training us essentially,
That makes you feel like you're not alone.
and then you're each
Like,
doing
yeah.
essentially homework and you're holding yourself accountable, and they're holding you accountable in the way that you talk and the way that you in your perspectives.
Yeah.
And before that class, I wouldn't have been able to define the word accountability. I didn't understand what it was. And then going through that class and then being able to define this thing of like this fishiness that I've always seen in people, I'm like, oh, yeah, they're being unaccountable. And I didn't know
a lot of
meant.
people saying the words "I'm accountable" does not make you accountable.
No.
I feel like people like misuse the word.
Yeah.
It's like, it's people. A lot of people don't know the
What it
definition
is
of that and
yeah.
what it means to like actually do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There would be times in that class where a guy would be telling a story and he's like, yeah, I had this, like I had a job interview and I fucked up and I slept in and I feel like an idiot and, but like, I don't know, my alarm didn't go off and then, like, stop. And like, we're like trained in that class, we're like trained to cut people off when they're being a
but
bullshitter.
that's such a simple example too. And like, it's like all the little ways we're not accountable.
Yeah.
And then of course we're not accountable in the
then
big
it leads
stuff.
Exactly. It leads into it compounds.
Your relationships.
Yeah, exactly. Where you can't even admit to yourself that.
Yeah.
Like, and then we would stop that person and force them to reword it.
Unpack
And they go,
that,
oh,
yeah.
okay, all right. So
Yeah, I made a mistake. I
today
didn't wake up.
I was unaccountable because I set an alarm on my cell phone that has been unreliable in the past. So to be accountable in the future, I'm going to buy myself a real alarm clock that I can't forget to set because it's going to be set every day. And then they have to reword it, and then it's funny, like the massive shift in perspective, and they go, "Oh,
yeah."
Like, this isn't a black
people who are
cloud
unaccountable
situation.
have the viewpoint, in my perception, is like things happen to them,
right?"
And it's like, no,
You're the spearhead.
Like, yeah, you. I mean, people like to leave. In I don't want to talk about religion, but like, oh, it's in God's hand. It's like. No,
it's
like
in yours.
You actually have to like take steps and do things to like, there's a certain amount of like,
cosmic
yes,
fucking intervention.
whatever you want to believe.
Like, but if you put your best foot forward and do all of the things that you can possibly do,
I think you attract more of that. Yeah.
That if the sky really is falling on you, people will see that you've done your due diligence and you tried.
Yeah, it's
but if you're the guy that's
your
like,
integrity and your character.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I've always, like, being a dancer, growing up and being a teacher for a long time, like, I'm always like I was telling my students, I tell myself this with many aspects of life, like, it's not about what you do all of the time. It's what you do like most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't mean you never can eat a piece of cake ever, but like, if someone's on a journey to being healthier or whatnot, it's like, no, it's about what you do 80% of the time. Like,
this is so funny.
It's like, people get so stuck on like all or nothing. But it's like, it's a balance. Everything's a balance, dude. Like,
we have had exactly this conversation about our kids, because I'm trying to
with
teach my
kids too. It's like,
I'm trying to teach my son that like, you don't need perfection. You need like
you need repetition. You need to keep trying. You need to keep doing.
Well, like that was one of the I don't remember the subject, but I used a metaphor about like showering.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like you need to change the way you think about this, because you could have a shower where you have the perfect soap, the perfect shampoo, the perfect conditioner, the perfect loofah, the perfect water pressure, and you have an amazing shower. But you know what is almost just as good as that is just jumping in a shower with a bar of soap and just getting it done. And, like, even though it's not perfection, it's still like 80%
I love that.
of it.
That's a great metaphor for a kid.
Like even though you didn't get exactly what you wanted, it's adjacent to what you wanted, and that's okay too.
I think,
you know what I mean?
And it's interesting because like I feel like that's a natural personality trait of mine, just even from being a kid, and like, but I feel like that hinders that perfection. Those expectations hinder a lot of people from doing things, like even music. Like, you just have to keep doing it. Like, I have a friend that's like, how'd you get so confident like playing? It's like, I just did it for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to do it. It's experience. Like, that is that repetition. But yeah, it's like with anything though, like that mindset, even the repetition of that mindset, like, yeah, it's good enough. Like, this is still going to do the same thing. Like, the saying like a $10 watch still tells the same time as a
Yeah,
$10,000
exactly. Yeah,
watch. It's
yeah.
kind of like, yeah.
Exactly. And that's a conversation I have with people that have creative tendencies but are lazy.
Dude.
Or they
I like how you said, because yes, you do have to have both. Like, yes, I'm a creative. I wouldn't consider myself like a type A person, but I'm also organized.
Yeah.
And I'm also like proactive.
if you have a good work ethic,
Yeah.
but like not you, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if somebody has a psychotic work ethic but is like a B class creative type,
Yeah.
they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Versus like someone who's like the most talented but like
can't
has
get
no
out of
work
their own
ethic.
damn way. Yeah.
I've had this argument with my brother a million times. I'm like, you have this tendency to, like, what I used to say the same thing to him, and it used to piss him off, but it was effective. Paralysis by analysis. This is what I used to say to him. I was like, you have paralysis by analysis. Instead of doing something the best way that you could do it
At that moment.
you're just gonna
yeah.
not do it at all
Yeah.
because you have an idea of what it should be.
I know people like that,
And-
and it sucks because like it's hindering them from so much.
Yeah.
From like
Yeah, like
feel
be
like
a
that's-
yes man with boundaries. That's what you need to be in
Yeah,
life to
yes.
like be happy.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't have to say yes to everything and make yourself spread yourself too thin and
It's
be miserable.
those expectations. Like I feel like just like writing and playing music with like different people over the years, like all different kinds of personality types, right? Like I feel like that's a huge aspect of music and like bands and gigging together that like is a whole nother realm, like that energy and different personalities. But yeah, it's hard to work with people sometimes too that like are like, nope, we have to get it like perfectly like in this package, or meaning like the vision they had in their mind. And I have found like with music, some of the best art and music that I've put out is like letting that go.
Yeah.
And just like allowing those,
Just let yourself tap into the muse.
yeah,
and-
allowing someone to put their input or put
Yeah.
a riff on or make suggestions, like with recording music, like
Yeah.
working with producers and stuff too, like allowing that. Like again, that's not my personality to like have so much control. I think art is like expressive and beautiful and organic, but yeah, I think it's like those expectations, like, yeah, what are you going to not put this out because it's not exactly, now you have nothing to put out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, you can brush your teeth with your electric toothbrush, or you
Yep.
can fucking put some on your finger and do it. You're still brushing your
Yes.
teeth. And like, would
Yeah.
you rather do nothing or do it
Exactly.
or, like you'd rather do nothing instead
yeah.
of
And
it's
you're
either perfection or nothing.
Yeah.
or
But
could
you
go somewhere in the
learn
middle.
so much too, like about yourself and just like
For
putting
sure.
yourself out there and
Yeah.
yeah.
I definitely have a hard time with the perfectionism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I used to play guitar, and then
Okay.
I was like, I'm like, I can't get it right. And then
I
haven't
know.
touched it since I don't
There's-
know when.
I know. There's
Yeah.
so many aspects. It's like, yeah, a little bit of its personality and like, yeah, I think a huge part for me too is like I've not I never was afraid to like try stuff or like not be good at it. Like I know people that won't do something unless they're good at it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? That's backwards. Like
You want to play
You gotta
life
try.
in easy
going
mode?
to get good at it.
Yeah.
If
Right.
you keep
Yeah,
doing
keep
that.
trying.
Like, I feel like people miss out on a lot of experiences that way.
I'm
Like, just be
yeah.
bad at it. Just try it. You don't have to be.
I'm
What
the
is
person-
good,
I'm the same-
anyways? It's subjective.
Right,
What
right.
you think is good, I might not think is.
Yeah, I'm of the same mindset as I love doing really hard shit and being the guy who sucks at it,
Yeah.
because there's no expectation there. It's just like, oh, dude,
No.
I'm just learning.
I
I'm
like
trying to
being
figure it
new
out.
at something. Yeah, it makes a lot of people
That's-
uncomfortable though.
I love that feeling.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a
Yeah.
dabbler. I'm like this year I picked
Yeah.
up golf. I'm fucking terrible at
Golf
golf.
is hard.
I'm
Golf is
excellent
hard.
at disc golf because I've been playing it for like 12 years, but I
Exactly.
fucking blow
Yeah.
at regular golf.
But that kind of lights a fire in
But
you
I-
too. You're like, I'm gonna get.
Oh,
you
yeah. And then he
see little-
fixates on it for
Yeah.
every.
Oh, psycho! I full on psycho mode. Where
You're
I was
like,
like,
yeah, it's not.
I was
it's not
like, I'm
good.
going to
It's
pro-
crazy.
No, it's fine.
like 3 days a week. I'm going to
I'm like,
Carl's.
good, you have a hobby.
Yeah. But that's the psych. I like being new and shitty at something because
Yeah.
then it unlocks this
The feeling
psycho in
of
me where I get
yeah.
to like, oh, there's just this mountain of things I get to learn now. And then I don't know. I feel like,
I don't think we're meant to do like one thing our whole lives, right? Like I think I'm a curious person. I like to, I don't know what I'm going to do in the,
yeah,
Right.
like I'm sure I'll be still playing music forever, but like I've always said, I hope I'm in 50 more bands. Like I just want to experience and learn and grow and yeah.
I'm like, I'm very people oriented and not task oriented.
Okay.
And so like I know that about me. So then I get to experiment with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it because of that. You know what I mean? And like right here is a fucking weld. I'm a pipe fitter by trade.
That's awesome.
And I am not an inherently talented welder. I like it took me a long time to not be absolutely useless at welding. But by the time we finished our apprenticeship, I was surpassing people that were naturally talented but didn't have this like psychotic mode about wanting to learn.
But because you were like free, like you didn't have those inhibitions probably. And you were like, yeah, I'm shitty. So I'm gonna like take in all this information from these people I'm working with and like, you probably have like that in itself. You're making me like realize this as we're talking about it. Like it's your attitude too. If you think you know everything, well then I guess you already do.
Then you're stuck.
Right. If you're not teachable, then you're not.
I always want to grow and like I'm not the best I'm ever gonna be.
Right.
Like
I'm the guy that would be like, hey, fucking, you're really good at this. What am I not seeing?
Yeah.
What am I
this
not
tip,
doing?
Yeah. That you can
versus
give me?
like the guy that is actually really good and the guy that's like okay are gonna get at it, like get into it and like, well, no this and then no that, and then I'm like, you haven't made progress in 2 years.
Everyone
dude.
is teachable. Everyone can learn. Everyone is still
unless
learning.
you're holding yourself not to.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I had a coworker that would like.
There's definitely people that put up walls.
Yeah, I used to have a coworker who just thought he knew everything, and like we would be like, no, you have to. There's like certain way legally that you have to do things. Like you have to learn these things, and he just like wouldn't budge. And it's like if you want to be better,
to,
like
his inner voice, his inner shit, right?
That one is a complicated issue too, though, because then you're talking about somebody who thinks that like being an alpha is being correct, but then you're in the world of education, which is dominated by women, and then this fucking dipshit is just trying to like this dipshit is trying to like military bro his way through education. It's like, this is not how this works.
No.
Like, first of all, you need to shut up and listen to these women who've been doing it for 7 years, 8 years, 30 years, depending on who he's talking to. And then he's just like, no, I'm gonna brute force these autistic kids. It's like, that's not how this works.
No,
you can't do that.
Do you work with special needs kids?
Yeah, I was a teacher for 6 years, and then now I'm a behavior analyst.
That's awesome. So, I have a friend who worked with special needs 3 to like 6 year olds for like 20 years, and then she just
bless her
changed positions to a behavioral therapist. I used to go and play music for them, and I'd be there for like 30 minutes, and I'd be like, dude, like thank you for what you do. Like honestly, I just have so much respect for people in that profession, and I've had a lot of time. I taught special needs kids at the dance studio, helped assist them, and even adults too. And they're the most beautiful people on the planet. Like seriously, talk about humbling you as a person. You're like, wow. Yeah. Do you work with like really little kids or?
So when I taught mostly high school.
Okay.
My first year was elementary. But then after that it was high school.
Yeah.
And then now I have anywhere from I could have anywhere from 2-year-olds to 21-year-olds.
Wow.
Right now our oldest that we have is 12.
Okay.
So it just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's a pretty big it's a pretty big difference between what you've been doing since we've been together until now, because you had mostly hormonal teenagers.
Yes.
And now you have little kids, which
Yeah.
is completely different.
Yeah, they're in a totally different spot, and it's fun. But
being with someone that is in this world, I mean, they have some of the most insane stories, but also like insane stories in the way that they're hilarious or like scary. Or
awful, yeah.
And then, but also like some of the most inspiring stories of like triumph, where you have this child who came in that didn't have services, especially like females,
Or
for whatever
yes.
reason, females are just not diagnosed with autism like until late.
My friend
or
in her
if ever.
in her 20-year career, she's like, I could count on both hands the amount of girls I had.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's not. I don't.
I think they
it's
can
reality.
mask it. I think they can.
They mask it better.
Well, females are generally better at social skills naturally, so I think they're better at hiding
emulate that,
what they're supposed to, like how they're feeling versus I mean masking is the right word. But you have these stories of triumph of like, well, this girl came in and she's 15. This is her first year of getting services, and you're like, dude, you could, like, the boys are normally like from 4 years on
literally
are getting services. So like, she's just got the world stacked against her, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, she's working now and she's doing this and she's doing that, and like these are the progress that, you know what I mean? And when you have kids that have these, when you have a kid that has something that makes their life harder, you like want to go to war for them to like make sure that life isn't going to be harder than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I think being around, you know, these kids that have autism and like seeing how much effort they have to put in to just function makes you appreciate the thing. Like I was talking about this yesterday, but Brother Ali is a rapper from Rhymesayers. He said, he described privilege in the most elegant way I've ever heard, is that privilege is just something that you don't have to think about. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have an advantage, right? It's just
something
that like
is natural.
Well, it's like with white privilege, it's like, okay, being white is not one more thing that you have to think about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
right.
And so that was the vein that he was talking about. But like in this case, like, social skills are not a thing my kids have to think about.
No.
This is just natural to them. And and so like seeing kids that feel like they're on fire because they have to look someone in the eyes and have a conversation, and then they have to do all this work to be able to do that.
Yeah.
It really makes you take a step back. Yeah,
it's more work than most people will ever have to do.
Incredible amount of work just to function at what most people consider base level.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, I think it's important to expose yourself to people who have a different perspective or different sets of burdens to be able to understand, like, where you should have your gratitude directed.
Yes.
You know, and like, my kids don't have any of that. Like, they have these social skills that are just natural to them. And like, if I never had the perspective of seeing who Paige teaches and
you probably wouldn't have had this
I would have never thought about it.
No.
You know?
Yeah, and I'm myself having a friend that's worked in the industry, you know, teaching for years, and also like teaching dance to kids. That we had a special needs class, but we also I taught special needs kids like in our normal dance classes, obviously too, and like just seeing, just experiencing them and seeing how they function in day-to-day life. Like, it totally it humbles you, and just like you said, the things you don't even think about are stuff that they're working on so diligently all the time and trying to
and you see the work ethic out of these people that you're like, oh, I didn't know that. I don't know, like, I grew up an asshole, you know, like, you know, I was a skater kid that was just an angry dipshit smoking cigarettes and like talking shit to people. So I never considered the kids that were special needs in my school ever. And seeing them as an adult and looking at how hard these kids have to work to just make one iota of progress. Like, hey, our end goal may be that he's a functioning member of society who can be comfortable in real life, but today's goal is that he's not going to fucking throw a chair through the window. And that's our goal for the day. And that's a huge goal because he feels like he's on fire because he can't have his tablet right now. And that's his safety blanket. You know, or, you know, today's goal is that we're going to keep him off his video game and paying attention to class, which is bare minimum for the kids that are not in the special ed class. But this goal is a monumental goal to him, and people who, like this fucking alpha bro idiot that you had to deal with, doesn't understand. He's like, give me your fucking thing. You know, and you're like, hold on. You don't understand that this is moving Mount Everest to him.
This is like taking a newborn baby out of a mom's hand.
Right.
I mean, the equivalent, literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. And then we, you know, obviously we try to talk to our kids about this kind of stuff, and not that they're ever like ignorant or asinine about stuff like this, but they'll.
But they're humans too, and they have influenced by kids, and yeah.
Right, and then we like, hey, like some people have to work really hard to be okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, and thank God you don't have to, because life is hard as fuck for people that don't have ailments.
Yeah.
So thank God you don't have this too.
Yeah.
But you need to remember that someone does have that, and this guy's an asshole. Okay, but are his
But
parents,
why? Yeah. Why is he an asshole?
Exactly.
You know,
are his
so
parents
mean.
nice to him? Probably.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
does he come home to a nice, you know, loving energy when you know
Right.
when he comes home, and he's able to laugh and be free and be who he is,
Right.
and
Right, and a lot of the times it's like the kid that's an asshole is normally a kid that's like hurting. You know, like
I remember thinking that like as a later in my teens, early 20s, when you start like digging into yourself and caring about that shit.
Yeah.
Like thinking back to all the kids like I went to school with, I'm like, oh my God, they were going through this, or they were going through that. Like, not even friends, but like acquaintances, or, you know, those kids in the class that are different, that are for whatever reason. But yeah, it definitely makes you, I don't know, I want to go hug all those little kids now as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Right. And and looking back to some of the shit that I've said and done, like as a kid, as like a, you know, dipshit teenager, I'm like, God, I wish I would have just like had a different, like I wish I would have had a different perspective, because I'm a very empathetic person by nature.
Yeah.
But I have to have an exposure to understand it, and I didn't have any exposure to.
Yeah.
Now he's got lots.
And now I have lots, and now I feel like this.
I know. I didn't even know like what was
grief.
empathy when we were like. I definitely was empathetic looking back, but like I never even heard that word.
Yeah.
Like my parents weren't like teaching me about empathy. I don't.
My parents.
You know,
my parents.
maybe they were showing me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was not taught to have any iota of like emotional intelligence as a kid. I mean, like I was. Like as a man, like a child growing into a man.
I have
it was
empathy for men though, because I think it's even worse as far as having emotional intelligence.
Oh, I've talked about this a million times.
Completely
like,
frowned upon, and
all that we're
negative
allowed to have is like I'm happy, I'm angry, I'm horny, and I'm hungry, and like that's everything. So it's like, where do I fall on those four today?
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I'm angry. Well, why are you angry? Well, because I don't like
really
what happened.
I'm sad deep down, but I don't know how to express that, and that makes me weak. And
right, and if you start doing that, it's not your fault shit from Good Will Hunting, I'm gonna cry and be mad at you.
Oh,
so
such a good movie. I need to rewatch it.
But no, I mean honestly, like you don't, if you can't, learning the labels of shit. I mean,
the
being
verbiage,
able to define it,
exactly.
Being able to define it, you're like, oh, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I was just mad.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
know.
angry.
It's funny you say that. I recently thought I was feeling like anger or like being upset, but then I unpacked it. I'm like, it's actually grief. Like what I'm feeling about, you know, this certain situation in my life. I'm like, yeah, like, and grieving takes time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's crazy. Like the things you tell yourself, like, oh, I'm just mad. I must be mad about this or angry. And then I'm like, no, actually I'm like grieving this. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about your situation, but a weird one is grieving somebody that is still around that you can't have in your
Dude,
life
I feel
anymore.
like you're reading out of my journal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grieving someone that
it's
can't
almost
be in your life
hard.
anymore.
It's harder.
Yeah.
I've experienced that with
Oh.
very close family members, and
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking because and I like I said, I'm inherently a hopeful person. I'm a glass half full kind of, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want, of course, nobody wants to not have their loved ones in their life by choice.
Yeah.
But it's like you get to a certain age, for me personally, where it's like peace. I choose peace over issues. You know, you kind of have to.
One of my friends said to me that you're not grieving that person because that person,
you're grieving the idea
verbatim
of what
they should have been.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly that.
It's hard. It's hard to accept that for
sure.
Yeah,
because you have to accept that people are just people, and but they're supposed to be superheroes or whatever.
I know, when you realize your parents.
They're not.
Yep.
They're not.
Your
they're
parents are just people, and like I have grown to have a lot of empathy too for my parents, and just like, man, like what there's what they came from and their struggles, and like, they were just people. They were parents for the first time. They were, you know. Yeah.
Right. A lot of the stuff that we've gone through, we're looking at in hindsight. But when those things happen, it was happening for them.
How did it becoming a parent for you? Did it it was healing in a lot of ways, but it also made me angry in a lot of ways. Like looking back and being like, how? Oh.
It's oh my God, I have so many stories I can tell you.
So you could go on that for hours.
I have so many stories I can tell you off mic.
And I'm sure you probably still experience that even as they're older too.
Absolutely. There's things where I think my parents made a lot of progress from what their parents did to them to where they were as parents.
That's big to recognize. That's
also
huge.
There's some stuff where I'm like, dude, like I said earlier, I would go to war for my kids. Yeah. And then I look at some of the choices that were made, and then I'm like, there's nothing that my kids could do that would ever change me being in their corner.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
It's true, and then unconditional love.
And then when I look at like what I've actually done, as I was like, I was trying to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And you decided to set my life on fire because I tried to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? So like, when I look at that, I'm like, and then I look at my kids and I'm like, I have this, this 12-year-old, 8-year-old, and 6-year-old, which, I mean, granted, I don't have adult kids yet.
Yeah.
But when I look at them, I'm like, I would murder 1,000,000 people if I had to keep them safe and happy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all I did was try to hold somebody accountable in a way that I probably shouldn't have as a son. And that was worth like burning the family down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, and my God, it's just such a weird, like it pisses me off. Not because a part of me hurts over it as a son.
Still,
right. Like when I think
we all will always have that in us.
Like as a dad, I can't understand the perspective like that was the right choice. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like that is hard. That is hard to look at and go like,
you're grieving. That's grief.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's where I have to grieve someone that's
still around
a couple of miles away from me.
I know, man.
Like we go to the same grocery stores I'm like, you don't get to be here anymore. Yeah. Like you made your bed, you lie in it, stay away from me.
Yep.
We don't see each other at holidays. I mean, we text like once every fucking 3 or 4 months. And like, even when that happens, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. It doesn't feel genuine or good.
And it's hard. It's difficult, but
yeah. I think people who have never experienced that can judge. And I know like being a parent really hit me. Like you don't know an experience until you live it. Like I taught kids for 13 years. I thought I nannied, like I was like, oh, I got this down pat. And it's like, yeah, that's all like great. You can change a diaper and shit. But like until you experience it, there's no way to describe it. Until someone has experienced like being estranged from a close family member or something like that, making that choice, like nobody can understand that. Yeah. Nobody can understand the grief that comes with that. And like and the second guessing and like and like nobody does it overnight. Like it's years of like doing it and going back on it. I don't know, in my experience, like it doesn't
I was just gonna say like
you second guess, you're like, oh, you see a little bit of hope and you're like, okay, maybe we can continue on.
And as your kids get older, you start second guessing your decisions as a parent because you're like, wait, fuck, am I doing that?
Yeah.
Like my son walks to school and I was getting home from work right as he was getting out of school,
Yeah.
and I happened to see him, and I'm like, hey, jump, get in, I'll drive you home. And he's wearing slippers and a hoodie, and it's a fucking blizzard out. And I dug into him hard, like damn near made him cry. I was pissed because I was like, if you get locked out and you can't get to the neighbor's house and no one's answering the door, you will die.
Yeah.
Or you will lose your feet or whatever. Like I was mad.
Yeah.
I was like, we've had this talk 4 or 5 times. And just because you think it looks cool to wear your hoodie and your fucking slippers to school, I'm like, dude, you're gonna fucking die. I don't care if you think it's dorky to wear your winter coat and your winter boots, but that's what you do. I was like, look in my truck. There's bibs, there's muck boots, there's hoodies, there's coats. Because if I go to work and I wear slippers and a hoodie, I will fucking die. Because I'm out in a ditch, welding underground steam lines when it's 0 degrees out, and the only warmth I have is coming from the food I ate yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, your dumb ass needs to wear, I didn't say that to him, but his dumb ass needs to wear his winter boots and his coat. And I was digging into him hard, and then he didn't talk to me for like 2 days. Like, he was going to mom's for the weekend, and I was like after that was over, I was like, was that too far? Like, should I have been like, hey, just wear your shit. You're cold. You're shivering violently when you get into my truck, and you had a half-mile walk still. Like, you're lucky that I happened to find you.
It's balance, right?
Right. And then
Give yourself grace. Right.
And I'm like, God, is this the shit that he's going to remember? Like, yeah, my dad was funny sometimes, but man, he's called me a dumb fuck for wearing slippers to school, and I just think about that every day,
Well, since we're talking about family so much, my song Breaking the Cycle that I released last summer, you got to listen to the words.
I listened to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like
really
you can
good.
relate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of my music.
You have one broken link on your link tree, by the way. I was going to tell you about that.
Thank you
one
for
of them's broken. So I was trying to get to your Spotify, and it was like link expired or something like that. And then when I clicked on it again, it literally sent me to the comedian. So
thank you.
So I was having to kind of go through a few things to get to your music.
There's not an issue with my because even though we have the same name, there's like a serial number that goes with your artist name. So I'll have to thank you for telling me. I have to look into that.
Yeah, there. And then when I looked you up, and then I found it was like a profile, Michelle Wolf Music with star emojis, and I was like, okay, that might be her. And I click on it, and I'm like, well, she has the stars in something else. I saw that before, and then when I clicked on that, there was no music. So I had to backtrack to, I think your Instagram. I was finally able to get to your music.
Oh, geez.
But so there's something going on there.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
But yes, I listened to Breaking the Cycle, and I was like, yeah, this is the shit.
And there's a song Ragdoll. It's actually under this is another thing too, the logistics of it all. I released 3 tracks in 2023 under the trio I was performing in at the time. So it's under Michelle Wolf and the Wolfpack.
Oh, right.
So it's 2 artists.
I like that logo, by the way.
Thank you. I'm working on I'm deciding, it's a whole thing. I'm deciding just to probably switch those to Michelle Wolf, just so that it's one artist and just list the other musicians on it.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother logistic thing. I'm like, well, so but I have to. It's looking like I have to re-release those songs, which isn't the biggest deal, but to re-release them under Michelle Wolf.
Yeah.
But there's a song Ragdoll under Michelle Wolf and the Wolfpack that I think you would dig, and is along those lines too. So yeah. I mean, that's a lot of why I became a musician and what I write about, life experiences. And
you mean you're not going to write a Cowboy Carter album about how cool it is to be a cowboy because it's trendy?
Are you a Beyonce fan?
No, not even a little bit.
You brought that up a couple times.
I know. I'm like, do you love her?
No, it's just because it's the most phony bullshit on earth, and I hate it.
And you know what? I respect every musician. I truly, honestly say that. Doesn't mean I need to listen to him all the time.
Yeah.
I grew up as a dancer. Destiny's Child, Beyonce, that's my shit.
Yeah, but that's her. That's her authentic shit.
And that's the thing. And also, I wouldn't even care. You release Cowboy Carter. You do you. But she's not nice to the culture and acts like she created country now.
Oh,
that's a no-no for me.
Yeah.
Screw you. No, give credit to the culture and the style that you're trying to emulate. Give tribute to that.
Right.
Don't dog it. Don't no, screw you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, no.
Right.
No. That's not authentic.
That's where, I mean, it's that stuff gets snuffed out so quick. We're like, dude, fuck off. And then she won like country artist of the year.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
that
my
was
God.
wild.
Like, okay, your husband bought it for you. Sick.
Literally.
Nice. Yeah. Like there wasn't like Tyler Childers, Billy Strings. There's a
Tyler.
kid.
I just got chills. Tyler Childers. That is a new art. Like
He's one of the greatest country songwriters of the last 20 years.
The fucking song, Nose to the Grindstone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
Excellent.
He has a live version. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff that just stops you in your tracks.
Yeah.
For real.
And that's authentic. He's a country Kentucky
he grew
boy.
up around coal miners
Yeah.
and like about what that song's about and like that whole. I mean,
Right.
wow.
Yeah.
Those are the authentic artists that we need.
Yeah. And that's why they're huge. And
Yes.
that's I mean that's
It
what
gives
we said.
hope. Yeah, I think you're right. What we said at the beginning, like I think people crave authenticity too.
Yeah.
And I think like those are the connections. Like I make so many connections with people being a musician, and like it's authentic, and like that's like
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think that's the important part.
Well, we got a jam session to do.
We do.
So I think,
we do. We could
I
chat
think
all night.
I think we'll do like a pee break and then we'll set everything
Cool.
up.
What-
Sounds good.
We got to tell everybody where to find her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can look me up under Michelle Wolf Music on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or search Michelle Wolf on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream your music. So stay tuned. I've got lots of shows and different fun stuff coming up this year.
Hell yeah.
Definitely going to release some new music. So.
I love how every guest that we've had so far has been telling us about like how busy they are with shows and things that are coming up. I'm like, fuck yes. Like I'm so happy to hear that people
and
that
thank
are
you
talented.
for giving a platform to like musicians, and I mean truly there's no shortage of talented musicians in Michigan.
Right.
It's blowing my mind.
It's unreal.
We
It really
have-
is.
Yeah.
It really is.
We have like 40 people scheduled
so awesome.
for the next 6 months. We're scheduled up at 2 guests a week until June.
so
We're
cool.
scheduled, and everyone that I talk to, I listen to their stuff or I watch their stuff, and I haven't found an artist yet that I was like, oh, what the fuck, I'm not putting you on.
That's
Every
cool.
one of them is like, dude, what? Like Cougar, and I told directly, I'm like, you guys, if you guys were doing the exact same music you're doing now, but 30 years ago when like Megadeth and Metallica were huge, you guys would be fucking huge.
Yeah.
But it's just right now, you have to dig through just the mountain of other local artists, and you gotta,
and just the way the business works and society and like what, how music works. But I think in March you guys are interviewing Brian Hensley from Rivet Rocks.
Yeah.
I just really quick, I met him through another guitarist friend of mine last fall, and he was looking for a female singer. He had an idea for a song, and this was kind of the first time that like this kind of ever happened to me. So it was a cool experience. I was like sought out. My friend's like, this is the girl you want. So I go in, listen to this song. I go home, I write lyrics to this song, come in, we record it, and like I'm so proud of the song. It's such a cool song, and he works with like people who like scoring, like people who put music in movies and shows and stuff. So
right on.
It's just another awesome connection, and I've formed a really great friendship with him. He's an awesome guy, and you'll love talking to him.
He is very supportive online.
He is, yes.
I love the community that we've like wedged ourselves into.
Yeah, he's a genuine. He's like that in real life. He's super genuine. Honestly, most people I've met, like 99% of the people I've met over the past 15 years are awesome, and I've formed great relationships with them.
See, like not being a working musician, but like creating this podcast so that we can have a reason to get people to come talk to us has wedged us into this world. And I'm just like, every person that we've met so far is just so cool and supportive and loving. And I'm like, this is like, Brian is on our shit constantly being
he's
like every time I post one of my one workouts, he's like, oh dude, check out this album, that album. Or like I post one, he's like, dude, I love Tala, like this. Oh hell yeah. That's a great choice. You know what I mean? He's so supportive.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck yes. Like,
yeah.
Like meeting Mo Yancey, all the guys from Cougarin, and then like now talking to you for 2.5 hours. I'm like, dude, like I fucking love that we're doing this.
Me too. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and you guys are really easy to talk to. Super great.
I'm grateful that we have so many people that are willing to come and shoot the shit with us, man. This is
weekly,
awesome.
right? You guys are doing this every week?
We have 2 guests a week for the next 6 months, and we're still scheduling people.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's a lot to organize.
We have everything. We have a golden ticket winner coming on the show from Kill Tony. We have
dude.
Yeah, we have a New York Times best-selling author coming on. We have
Holy shit, like
that's
awesome.
It's like right now it feels like we're on the last few steps of the tipping point where it's like gonna pop, and like this feels like it's fucking serious right now.
I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad to be
awesome.
a part of it.
Dude, we're putting a shitload of work into this, and it feels.
I bet.
It feels like we are about to take over the fucking world with Detroit music and comedy.
That's
awesome. I love it. We're talking about doing trying to figure out how we can get live events going and do community events.
Yeah.
And this space is a little too small for that. But my end goal is to I want to do a Detroit fucking festival with my friends that I meet through this podcast.
Dude,
where we can get.
It would be killer.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing musicians.
Dude, I've met so many people that are just incredible, that are just grinding in Metro Detroit trying to make a living doing this shit, but they're so talented. But they're in such a saturated market that you got to be on fire to pop. And
I know, and it's timing, and it really. Yeah. But you just gotta.
Yeah, you just gotta grind. You just
gotta
grind.
To the grindstone.
Nose to the grindstone. Stay out of the pills.
For sure. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap up the podcast, and we're gonna finish this episode with a jam session. Dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we're about to fucking jam after
Let's do it.
Ultimate purpose is not survival, it's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're gonna sit down and have a couple-hour podcast.
Is it, dude?
Jesus Christ.
You just talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though? I've always been inspired by this shit.
Yeah. Dude, that pizza was so greasy.
It was disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
Disgusting.
Good times, Noodle Salad.